I've done things that you would.
Are a Wrestlemania main eventer.
I've done things that you would.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the PrimeTime podcast. I'm here with Mark discussing, and of course, the rest of the fellas will be in here as the show progresses, discussing WrestleMania 41. We are here, the biggest show of the year, the biggest week in professional wrestling is finally here. It took a while. It took a long damn time to finally get here, but we finally here. Please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and of course, be sure to like and subscribe. Oh, and hit that notification bell as well, so that way once the stream drops, or in this situation, a video drops, you guys will be the first to know. But yeah, man, WrestleMania 41, we are finally here. But more importantly, Mark, how are you and how are you doing?
Sick.
Yes. Yeah. We gonna have to forgive Mark. He's kind of going through it right now, but he's still here. He still showed up. So again, he's the heart and soul of this shit. So you guys cannot say that this man does not care. But yeah, man. Mark, just to get the ball rolling on here. Before we break down this match card, how are you feeling about WrestleMania this year? Are you excited? Do you not care? Do you feel like the road has been disappointing? Is there anything that you're looking forward to?
Well, excuse me. Sorry. Let me get a sip of water real quick. Okay. So, despite all the outside noise of like everyone clowning the build and saying, it's not up to par, blah, 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 blah. If you just look at WrestleMania for just being WrestleMania, our Super Bowl as wrestling fans per se, of course, I'm excited about it because it's freaking WrestleMania. Like if you're just watching WrestleMania to hate on it, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like I'm going into this show hoping for a good time, right? I'm not just going into this show thinking, oh, it's going to be garbage, or oh, the bill's going to be this or that. Like, of course, things are always going to be, um, opinionated, because everyone's going to have a different opinion on how things should be booked and whatever the case may be. But I'm excited, and I think the one thing that I'm looking forward to the most is something that no one else is really talking about, and that's the street fight. That's like the most anticipated thing for me. I don't care about Drew should be
That's
here and
crazy.
Damien. I know, but that's because I don't really care about, oh, Drew McIntyre should be doing better than this, or Damian Priest should be doing this or that. Like, I'm looking at it from a standpoint of, are these two gonna go out there and give me a banger match? Yes. Absolutely yes. With a street fight on top, give me that any day of the week. That's what I'm looking forward to the most.
Well, I hear you. I absolutely hear you here, Mark, and I wish I could say the same. Well, first off, with it being WrestleMania, there's always going to be excitement. There's always going to be excitement. I'm always going to be excited for it. But I will critique that if I'm going to watch a show or a movie, but if I don't like the trailer, I will give my comments on the trailer. And we have had a very, very extended trailer leading up to this because, to be quite honest with you, Mark, we should be done with Mania by now. At this point, usually, stereotypically, we're preparing for Backlash at this point because usually WrestleMania is in late March, early April. They've decided to extend this all the way till Easter weekend, which is a very bold move, and you would think this would give the team even more time to really ramp up and really build anticipation for the show. And to a lot of the fans' disappointment, that hasn't been the case for variety of reasons. But
Right.
Yeah, let me just go ahead and just pull up the card here, which I should have done.
You
So
know
of
what's
course,
funny about that you're mentioning the card is that there are so many matches on this card that I don't know if you can upload like all those images into StreamYard. There's a lot of matches on that card.
I don't plan on doing that because of that very reason, Mark. But
Fair enough.
because there is a lot of it now. Of course, WrestleMania, of course, is going to be 2 nights, which was to be expected. Set in Las Vegas. The first time WrestleMania has been in Las Vegas since WrestleMania 9, which, by the way, shout out to not Netflix, Peacock. They just released a documentary surrounding WrestleMania 9. Very, very great documentary. I had a lot of fun watching that. It's really cool to watch the old school wrestlers from the early 90s, backstage. It's cool to see a young Undertaker, a young Shawn Michaels. It's pretty wild. If you haven't seen the documentary, I highly recommend that. So Las Vegas for WrestleMania, and the card in itself is very controversial because some people feel like this is not a WrestleMania card. It feels some even say it feels more like a SmackDown that just happened to have Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins main eventing. And of course, we're talking about night 1. So for the night 1 card, it's looking like they're starting with actually, this is actually a good place to start. Jey Uso versus Gunther. So I will say this. I will give credit where credit's due. Within the past couple weeks, they've really amped up the story and the build to this. I thought Gunther completely destroying Jimmy Uso was the right move to make. I've said that this is how they should have been building Gunther up from the moment he came to the main roster, just a monster. And I thought Jey Uso cut a really good promo on Gunther about it. I thought Gunther gave his best promo ever last past Monday on Raw, saying he's pretty much like the greatest gift WWE has been given. So I will give them credit. But overall, some say that this was a flop, that this story has been a flop. The Jey Uso hate, in my opinion, is completely unnecessary. I think it's completely unnecessary. Do I disagree they should have won the Royal Rumble? Do I agree they should have won the Royal Rumble? No, I don't. But the hate this man's beginning, I think, has been completely unnecessary. Gunther's run, you could definitely say he was booked better as the Intercontinental Champion than he was as World Heavyweight Champion. And I don't know, Mark or Arlo, if you saw the interview that Gunther had, I think with Ariel Helwani, you can kind of tell that he's not particularly fond of the idea of him potentially dropping the belt to Jey Uso, but he is a Triple H guy. He's willing to do whatever Triple H asks him to do. But I fully expect Jey Uso to win this match. Do I expect the match to be good? Gunther's going to show up. He's going to make the most out of it. Jey Uso is what he is at this point. People say all it does is super kicks and all that stuff. Listen, you can be still a really good entertainer with only having a limited moveset. It's been proven in wrestling since wrestling was created. So I don't care about that. So I fully expect Jey Uso to win this. And I fully expect Gunther to take some time off, as he usually does. And Jey Uso will be the first member of the Bloodline outside of Roman Reigns to hold one of the bigger titles in the company. What do you think, Mark?
Without getting to like the backstage stuff, like I said, more casual approach to the predictions and stuff like that. To backtrack a little bit and talk about the point that you made earlier about people calling this like a SmackDown card, I think is like asinine, because like, do you know what an average SmackDown card looks like compared to night one of a WrestleMania? Like, I don't know. That's just people complaining just to complain, whatever. I'm going to go with Jey Uso to win this one. I think you have to give him this, because if you don't, this is like his fourth time losing to Gunther, which I don't think would be a great idea. Sorry. Like I said, under the weather right now. I'm not feeling the best. So if my voice starts leaving, I apologize. But yeah, I got Jey Uso winning his first ever world title on the main roster. Or actually in general. He hasn't won an NXT title or anything like that. So yeah,
That's his first major title. Yep. Arlo?
I think it's Jay's time. They've been like it's been like 5 years almost of all the bloodline stuff, and it's finally time that it's a main event. Jey Uso, he's gonna win. Yeah, he's more than earned it. Gunther's, his reign's been fine, but let him just be like a normal competitor for once. I feel like Triple H is like shoehorning him just to make sure like he doesn't get fucked up. But once he like the title's off him a little bit, he can just have like normal feuds against normal people. So I feel like the IC title and then the world title have been very deliberate. And once that's over, I think he'll actually get a lot better because he can just relax a little bit. Because I feel like he's a lot of pressure, and I think recently he's been doing better, but for a long time he was just overshadowed by a lot of people, including Seth Rollins. So if that's happening to you, you got bigger problems. Even though he's been doing better, but I was gonna throw a shot at him. But yeah, just Jey Uso wins.
Yeah, it's the only way to go, especially considering the story. Him avenging Jimmy, all that stuff. It's the only right way. It's the only right way to go. Okay, so then it looks like we'll have the War Raiders, Eric and Ivar versus the New Day, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods. I will say this. It only feels like it was yesterday when the New Day was at one point one of the bigger heels in the industry when they turned on Big E. And it looked like it was leaning somewhere. And they just plateaued. They just were just really stagnant. There was really no end game to this. So the New Day has cooled off dramatically since that turn on Big E, which I thought was fantastic. Eric and Ivar are the War Raiders. Me and Mark, we when Ivar was a solo act, we really enjoyed Ivar. And Eric came back and they won the tag team titles, but there's no heat to this. It really feels like it was slapped on at the very last second because I guess Triple H realized, oh shit, we got to put the tag team champions on the show. Literally, this was literally slapped together in the last 2 weeks. I say, do you give the New Day another title run? I would say no, especially considering you've already killed off their momentum, and I don't think anybody here wants to see them at the tag champs again. Now, if this was 3-4 months ago, absolutely, but I just say this has no heat to it. Nobody really cares about the tag division, and screw it, just have the War Raiders win. Screw it, Mark.
I could care less about this match. You want me to care about, and it's no disrespect to either team in the match. It's not about them. It's the fact that, like you said, the tag team division is horrendous. I could care less about either brand's tag team division. There is no division when you have 3 teams on each brand. So, who cares who wins this match? Does not matter. They're going to be fighting again for the next 7-8 months. It really doesn't matter. So, I'm going to go New Day just because I don't care. I don't care. New Day.
Don't blame you. Don't blame you. Arlo?
Yeah, I got the New Day. How when did the War Raiders win the title?
That's a great question.
Was it that?
Right.
Was it
Next
that one?
next match?
Yeah, forget it. Let's not even. Yeah, whatever.
All right, then
Nobody
we got,
can answer that.
Yeah. Then we got Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. I will say this: I've been getting a kick out of the El Grande Americano thing because in a wrestling card, you do need something on the show that's completely goofy, right? That's completely goofy and fun. Which again, I think that's kind of the one thing that kind of shows the difference between Vince and Triple H, where Triple H is always wanted to be serious, where Vince, he's not afraid to throw some goofy fun shit in there. And El Grande Americano thing is definitely that. I think Chad Gable has been pretty fucking funny in this role. Going against Rey Mysterio, where what more about Rey Mysterio can be said? The man is 50 years old and still performing at a very high level. I forgot what match he had on Raw. So I forgot the match we had on just recently. But who's ever a wrestler that's 50 years old, call Rey Mysterio and ask him, hook him up with the stem cell doctor, because Rey's still great. I think personally this should have been a mask versus mask match. In my personal opinion, because kind of, for obvious reasons. Hey, Chad Gable's great. Rey Mysterio's great. I expect the match to be really good.
Whoa. Who?
Oh, I'm sorry. El Grande Americano. He's a really good young
Where is
upstart.
Chad?
He's not on the card. He's not on the show.
Oh,
He's not on the show. Unfortunately he's not on the show. But El Grande Americano, man, he's really damn good in that ring, and I expect Rey Mysterio to win this. Even though it should be El Grande Americano, let the young upstart go. But yeah, I expect this match to be really good. Mark?
Well, my prediction already. I don't know if everyone else knows this, but I don't have Rey Mysterio winning this, nor do I have El Grande Americano winning this. I have El Generico winning this match. It only makes sense. The reason it only makes sense is because of the simple fact that everyone already knows. Apparently, I don't know who it is, but everyone keeps theorizing that El Grande Americano is either Chad Gable, which I don't believe, and Omos, which I kind of could see that actually. I could kind of see it being Omos under the mask. But no, seriously, like El Grande Americano, El Generico, the two most infamous, famous luchadors from Mexico, battling it out in the middle of the ring at WrestleMania. Come on, dude. Come on, bro. Come on. Rey Mysterio fighting him to me just don't make sense. So I got El Generico winning. Hopefully he's done with that orphanage he was starting up over there, and he can make Mania. So that's my pick, El Generico.
Okay. Carlo.
You gotta let the young upstart get the win. You know, Rey Mysterio has been wrestling for 40 years. You know, you can take the L. You have El Grande Americano, and then let's have some post-match shenanigans. Let's I don't know, Penta comes out and like traps him or something, and then they take the mask off. I think it's WrestleMania makes sense, or the night after WrestleMania, and reveals who it is. It might be like Omos or something. We don't know.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm still thinking Omos.
Bronson Reed could have come back. We don't know. So
Yeah,
I think that's what they should do.
Oh shit!
But,
Yeah. Overall, it should be fun. It should be really fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely a match I can say that I'm looking forward to. Next we have, in my opinion, it's crazy to say, but I will say this has been one of the more if not the best built story heading into WrestleMania. We have Jade Cargill versus Naomi. I will say this: Naomi has been giving us this, in my opinion, her best work ever right now. The Proceed with Caution character, even though the acting is borderline, on some Tyler Perry shit, but she's doing fantastic in this role. She's taken the ball and she has run with it. I'm really proud of Naomi, how she has carried herself through this. And I've said this before, y'all. This is a make or break moment for Jade Cargill, because this is Jade Cargill's first big match, and she doesn't have the training wheels of Bianca Belair with her. Like, this is all her. And this match will be very important because we all know Triple H thinks very highly of Jade. And I do believe Naomi is going to do her best to give Jade the best match for her career. But this is all on her right now. And I will say right now, Jade has been doing a pretty good job, with this feud so far. I do not see this being the blow-off match. I can see Naomi and Jade having multiple matches down the road. Who do I say wins? You may have to give this to Jade. You have to give this to Jade. Like, this is her first big match. Without Bianca Belair, and they really want to push her. I don't think the loss will necessarily hurt Naomi. Anyway, like I said, I can see this being a 3-match feud. I see Jade winning. I think this will probably be Jade's best match ever due to Naomi. I think the story that they've been telling has been great from the time that Naomi pretty much almost, destroyed her with the car. Jade's returned, and every week It's just them beating the hell out of each other. I've really been enjoying this work, and I think this match, I hope this match will be good. It'll be a good first big showing for Jade. So I got Jade winning. Mark?
A tough one, a very tough one to predict because you want to keep Jade looking good as possible, but you also don't want to like kill Naomi's momentum here. So I'm gonna go with a draw. I don't think neither person wins this match, and we continue it into Backlash. I just don't see why you couldn't make this a Backlash match. As like a second chapter into this feud. So I think just for that sake, for them to buy time to see who they actually want to win this may go to like a double count out, double disqualification or something like that. Maybe Bianca Belair gets involved somehow. I really don't know, but I just don't have a winner for this one. I think it goes draw.
Okay. Arlo? Try to step away.
Wait, what was the match?
Jade Cargill and Naomi.
Oh yeah. I think you gotta get Naomi the win. I think she's been like it was probably for Jade, and I think Jade probably will win, but I think Naomi's just doing really good right now, and there's not a ton of like great like people for like if especially I mean we'll get to the women's match too if like Tiffany retains too. I can see that being like a really good feud for after Mania for Tiffany. So yeah, let's just give it to Naomi. I think she got bigger fish to fry. I think Bianca is gonna join her as well soon.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and also chat. Don't be afraid to put who you think is gonna win in the chat as well. Your thoughts on the card and on the build as well. All right. So next match we have for the United States Championship we have LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I think this is a no-brainer here. I think Jacob Fatu is going to walk away with this. No disrespect to LA Knight. I know Mark, Arlo, y'all have a lot of y'all cooled off on LA Knight. I've always liked LA Knight. I just think that he hasn't really been booked well since winning the championship. But and of course, this is another match that didn't really have a whole lot of heat to it as well. They kind of just slapped this together because Jacob Fatu's been fucking around with Braun Strowman through most of this build. I think LA Knight, Jacob Fatu, have some really good promos, a really good back and forth, which Mark, believe it or not, we haven't had yet.
Yeah,
we haven't had LA Knight and Jacob Fatu going back and forth on the mic, which is like, Triple H, what are you doing? Like get Braun Strowman out of here. But
what do you mean, bro? We got to get aboard the Strowman Express. Choo choo! Come on, bro.
Yeah, the Strowman Express. That's barely moving because his knees are so fucked up. But
you said it. I said nothing.
I think this is Jacob Fatu's coming out party. He's going to win the belt. And I think this is going to forward the dissension between. First of all, just really quick, Mark Arlo, can we say the Bloodline story is still going?
No.
Not. I think it's paused right now for the CM Punk and Seth feud. Maybe we'll pick it up after Mania.
Okay, yeah, because I really sat down and thought about this. I'm like, wait a minute. So ever since the Ulafala match and the Rock with the Ulafala and Roman, I mean,
which you don't wear no more, but
exactly. Whatever. But like,
true.
yes, like Solo.
You ain't got no tribe.
No.
Yeah, like Solo, Jacob, and Tama, they're still doing their thing, but it's like there's no talk about and Jay and Jimmy, they're doing their own thing. Like, is the story even still going?
Yeah.
No.
I really don't care if Roman and The Rock aren't involved and stuff. I could care less about Solo Sikoa's involvement. Once again, no offense to Solo, it's just we know who the big players are in that bloodline. So
Well, listen,
Yeah, it's not him.
no,
I think they're just waiting for Tangaloa, the one and true.
the only one. Please come back.
that's fine and dandy, but I just think, you built this story up for 4 or 5 years, only just for it to end on just Roman Reigns just defeating Solo. I'm just like, that's it. That's how it ends. No, that's very disappointing. But yeah, I fully expect Jacob Fatu to win this match. He deserves it. He's one of the best things on SmackDown right now. And I hope this will be the launching pad for him. Hopefully by next year, he'll either be fighting for the World Heavyweight title or he'll be in the main event picture, which he should, in my opinion, he should already be in that position right now. But yeah, Jacob Fatu is winning this. Who y'all got?
Oh, you want to know what's funny about this? I got the Kavorka. I got L.A. Knight. Yeah, walking out with the victory over Jacob Fatu. I think Solo Sikoa gets involved, inadvertently screws over Jacob Fatu.
Oh.
And then we can do something there. Maybe that leads to a triple threat at Backlash or whatever the case may be. But I do not see LA Knight losing his belt here. And I can't wait to see the fans online and stuff crying about they just ruined Jacob Fatu. It's over. He's doomed. It's all over. You can't trust Triple H. Get him out the kitchen. The stove ain't even on. Like I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see that. But no, I think LA Knight wins this one. And under better circumstances, I think if LA Knight had better challengers or feuds when he was still U.S. champion, because we don't know what's going to happen at Mania. We're just giving predictions. I think I would have liked him more as a U.S. champion, but like he was stuck in this little vortex with Andrade and Carmelo Hayes that never ended because there is no mid-card division on SmackDown either. But I digress. The Kavorka walks out still. Who?
Never mind.
Exactly. Yeah, I got LA Knight. Pass it over to Arlo, bruh.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I gotta agree with Mark. I don't know. I don't really see them putting a title on Jacob Fatu right now. Like I think they have bigger plans for him than the US title. I think LA Knight maybe I don't think him, but like I think, after he loses to Drew, put Damian Priest back in the US title picture and or Rusev or whoever, and I think you'll have a good mid card with that. But yeah, you gotta. I think I was talking about earlier. Yeah, like you just said, the Bloodline. I think they got some stuff going on after Mania, and because usually Roman does a lot of like the last couple of years, he's been like Backlash and like Money in the Bank and all that stuff. So I think he'll be around for a little bit. Hopefully, and I think John Cena will too. So I think we might actually have some good shows coming up.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. And now this one here, this next one, definitely very interesting. Very interesting for the WWE Women's Championship. We have Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. And you know what? Mark, I'm going to have y'all go first on this one.
You know what John Cena said in his promo when he first turned and shocked the world? He told everyone, you get nothing. And I think that is going to be the theme of this WrestleMania. You will get nothing because you got everything last year. Charlotte Flair walks out has your women's champion. That's what I think. I'm not going to get into the whole thing about, Charlotte's personal life because I don't care and I don't really want to discuss it. That feud has been a steaming pile of garbage, though. I will say that. Like, it's been very cringy, awkward. I don't know if that's by design or whatever the case may be. But why not give it to Charlotte? Why not have her go on the run that everyone hates her for? To have Tiffany chase her again, right? We talk about this all the time in wrestling. Baby faces or good guys, whatever the case may be, they're not as good when they're champion as they are when they're chasing for the title. So we got to give Tiffany some adversity. She hasn't had adversity since she's been on the main roster. There hasn't been a single just like bump in the road for this woman at all. So give it to her. Give it to Charlotte. Have her chase her. Maybe have a rematch at SummerSlam, whatever the case may be. But I'm going to go with the Queen for the victory.
I think I'm going to have Tiffany retain. I think only for a little bit. I think Charlotte does get the belt off her soon. I think, yeah. Because I think Triple H does have a plan for Charlotte. I think he's had a plan for her, but she got hurt like a year and a half ago. And I think he has this big, long title reign coming. I mean, WrestleMania does make sense, but I think it's probably going to be SummerSlam. I think because I think they're trying to give Tiffany her moment now, but I could really see them. I could definitely see them like maybe next year kid as well. So, but I think they'll give her a moment this year.
Well, as for me, when this match was initially announced, I was really excited for it because I've always said this. I've said this when Tiffany Stratton first showed up. I said Tiffany is the truth. So I said, don't let her looks, don't let how she acts, don't let that shit fool you. She can go in that ring. She can go. And a lot of us here don't like a lot of us here, Charlotte's very divisive. Some don't mind her. Carlos here can't stand her, which is completely understandable. Shout out to Carlos. Me, I take it or leave it with Charlotte. It is annoying sometimes how pushed she does get, but there are moments where Charlotte, when she actually takes shit serious and actually wants to go, she can go too. Case in point, the match with her and Rhea Ripley. Hell, the 2 WrestleMania matches she had with Rhea Ripley were fantastic. I do blame the direction and the storytelling on this one here. This was such an easy story to tell. With this, Mark said that this story has been garbage, and it didn't need to be. It didn't need to be. This was such an easy story to tell. After this podcast, look up Bad Blood 2003, Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, and that promo package. They could have easily took that, and this only works because they're making Tiffany. I can't say WrestleMania 24 because they were both baby faces. In this situation, it's obviously they're making Tiffany the baby face and Shawn was the baby face. The whole story could have been Charlotte feeling insecure that this new young upstart who she's always being compared to is taking her spot. And just like how with Ric Flair, Charlotte could say, you're nothing but a Charlotte Flair wannabe. And of course, Shawn Michaels said the fire line, the classic line, you didn't pass me the torch, I took it from you. That was the easiest way to go. Or, Mark, you watched this movie. I don't know all of you did. This could have been the substance. Your older self fighting your younger self. And That's the story. That is the story right there. But Charlotte has been seen to be completely undercutting Tiffany on the promos, stepping on her lines, no selling a lot of things. Charlotte just being up on Tiffany every week. And I'm like, either this is Charlotte not wanting to play ball, or this is them not liking each other. And we kind of get that vibe that they don't like each other, which again makes wrestling even more fun when there's actual real heat there. So I'm just really disappointed how this thing has been built up. This could have been a really, really good story to tell with this. But we're at where we're at now, and I'm actually in agreement. It should be Tiffany. I see Charlotte winning. And I don't think this will be the end. I think this will be another 3-match feud where Tiffany is going to be facing Charlotte. So yeah. Do I think the match is going to be fantastic? I do. I honestly do. I honestly think the match will be really damn good.
I do want to make a bold, I guess, a fun prediction. Like, this is not even. This kind of goes into my Charlotte winning. I have a prediction that we're going to see a return to help Charlotte win. Mm-hmm. I think we're going to see the joining of the mega powers. You know, that's what I think. I think Becky Lynch returns and she helps Charlotte win the title. Or if Charlotte does lose, I think Becky shows up and tries to talk some sense into Charlotte. Like, hey, this ain't who you are. You better than this. You a winner. I think they're going to be a tag team. They've done everything else there is to do in the singles division. You could really help out that non-existent wasteland of a tag team division for the women if you put those two together. You know what I'm saying? And elevate some more people. But that's just a fun prediction I'm throwing out there just for the hell of it, for real.
That's a bold prediction. That's definitely a bold prediction. And shout out to my cousin who just texted me, who's watching the show. Ask James, what would you have done to, you must have just tuned in. What would you have done to book the like I say, I could have just Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, Bad Blood 2003. It's that simple. It's that simple. The old guard fighting against the younger, like the old person fighting the younger version of themselves. It was such an easy story to tell that they messed up. Okay, so then we get to the main event of night one. The triple threat match, where you have Roman Reigns versus CM Punk versus Seth freaking Rollins. Now this one is very interesting. There's no title on the line. Nothing really is on the line, really, except for the services of Paul Heyman. They never really clarified that. But really, it's 3 of the biggest names in the company main eventing night one. CM Punk's quote-unquote first time main event in WrestleMania, if you want to count that. I think Seth is winning this. Largely because he's pretty much been the odd man out in this whole thing since the very beginning. I mean, if we're really going to be honest, this really should be Punk and Roman. Like, this really should be, especially with the Paul Heyman element, and it seems like they're fighting for Paul Heyman. This should be Punk and Heyman. I can easily see a situation where Heyman or Punk and Roman are at each other's throats, especially when it comes to Paul Heyman. And I can see Seth sneaking in a win. Or hell, I could see a situation where Paul Heyman goes, fuck both of y'all, and double cross both of them and get with Seth. I could see that happening. Yeah, I definitely see Seth winning this. And again, this is not me talking as someone who as a student. Seth kind of needs a big win at Mania. Let's think about it. These past 3 Manias. I mean, WrestleMania 38 was when Cody returned.
Yeah.
He lost to Cody. WrestleMania 39, he was thrown. He was stuck with Logan Paul. Last year, WrestleMania, he was pretty much thrown in the situation with Rock and Cody and Roman, which he didn't really need to be.
He lost both matches at Mania 40
Lost
last year.
both matches. Wrestled with his knees were shot. They were done. I say give Seth a bone here and give him the victory, especially the work that he's put in, and then plus this kind of opens the door for the eventual Roman and Punk match down the road because there's so much meat to that bone between Punk and Roman that they haven't even scratched the surface on how far they could go with that, which I think will be the SummerSlam match. But I expect Seth Rollins to win. I think the match be good? Maybe, but I expect Seth Rollins to win. Fellas?
You know what I hate about this match the most? And I know I'm about to go into a diatribe with this one, so bear with me. When they first announced this match, my first prediction and thought was, oh, it's going to be a number 1 contenders match, right? That was Punk's favor. That's what I thought it was going to be. And it wasn't that. And then the weeks went on. We still had no idea what the favor was until like 3 weeks until Mania. And we find out it's the most lackluster favor you could ask for someone. I want Paul Heyman by my side. Okay. I mean, why? What? Paul Heyman does nothing for you. What is it, to play mind games with Roman? Like, I'm not understanding that. Secondly, and this is the most frustrating part about this feud to me, they have gotten too cute with it, and they have choreographed the hell out of this, because I remember when I was the only person saying that Seth Rollins was going to win this and align with Paul Heyman, or maybe not even align with him, but get some help from him, whether it's like inadvertently or Roman and Punk are arguing over Paul Heyman, which sounds so, you know what, whatever. The point is, they got too cute with this story. They've gotten way too cute with it. And now, if you did have a swerve, everyone sees it coming. So for that reason and that reason alone, I don't have Seth being the winner anymore. I think they're choreographing that like crazy to make people think that they're smart. And they're like, oh, I think it's going to be him now. I'm going to go with Roman Reigns. I think Roman actually wins this match now. I don't know what's going to happen with Paul Heyman. Clearly, though, this whole storyline is about loyalty. Where does Paul Heyman's loyalty lie? Which we know it's not with either of these men or all 3 of these. He doesn't care about any of them. Paul Heyman has always been, character-wise, and maybe even a little bit of himself in there, a snake. You can't really trust him, right? So we know how Roman's character is. Roman's character, ever since he got turned on by Seth Rollins, he has been betrayed, right? He's always been the most loyal person. He's never betrayed anyone. Roman Reigns has actually never betrayed a single soul.
He has serious abandonment and trust issues.
Serious trust issues. And remember, last year, he got costed the title, not because Cody beat him just like fair and square. It's because he couldn't let the hatred go for Seth Rollins. I think this time around, he lets it all go. We got to start building up that character arc for a new tribal chief, right? Where he's more clear-headed, he's more focused. He's not letting, these past actions from people that he thought was his friends or brothers or whatever the case may be to like cloud his judgment or mess with him in terms of picking up a win or whatever. So I'm gonna go with Roman. I think he's gonna get the win. My heart is still saying Seth Rollins, but they just got too cute with the feud, and I kind of want to be different now. So Roman Reigns.
I think I said it. I think I said it before. I changed my mind for a second, but I think I'm still going CM Punk. I think the favor is going to work. I don't know. Like I think Paul Heyman is going to do a little something to help Punk. But Paul Heyman, I mean, they've done a great job. Paul Heyman can do anything. Like he can be on Roman's side, he can be Seth, and now like Punk as well. So they've really set him up really well. So you really don't know where he's going to go or where his allegiances are. Or hell, he couldn't. None of them could be the person that like he trusts next because I feel like they've done a really good job of putting Paul Heyman up for grabs,
This is
metaphorically.
crazy.
Paul Heyman on the pole match.
Yeah,
Might as well.
whoever wins is his man. So you better get the win if you want some of him. And but I really don't like this as a triple threat. I really would have liked to see CM Punk versus Roman instead if we were going to get a match. And if we were going to get a triple threat, it definitely should have been for the belt. It doesn't make any sense, but like if you put a belt on the line, these are three top competitors. They should always be fighting for a championship, especially at WrestleMania. And you know, it doesn't make sense, like I said, but it would have been nice to see. CM Punk has been like, I think he's having a crazy year. He beat Drew, he beat Rollins, and now he's gonna win at WrestleMania in the main event. He's winning the title this year, so I think this is setting him up to do that later down the line, and maybe SummerSlam, maybe Money in the Bank. But I think it's going to be a really good summer for CM Punk.
Well, Tony Khan thought so. Saw what happened with that situation.
Just don't hurt yourself, please.
Yeah, just please don't hurt yourself.
Doing so good.
But
You know what? I do want to say this though. If they do have Seth win, it's not a bad idea. And I do want to clarify this as well. Just because something is predictable doesn't make it bad. You know what I mean? Like, just because you already know what's going to happen does not mean that it's terrible. Everything does not have to be like some crazy swerve that's like, oh my God, you never saw this coming. Like, so I mean, anyone could win this match. It's kind of tough though. It is kind of tough. Like Arlo said, all these guys should be fighting for a championship, and that's why I still just can't understand why this was not like, hey, winner goes to night 2 or Backlash. One of us can fight Cody or Cena for the title, or so I don't know, something, man.
Number one contenders match. That would have been that would have been an easy fix.
Because what does Paul Heyman do for any of these guys? They're already at the pinnacle of their careers. Like what does getting Paul Heyman on your side do for any of them? Unless this directly ties into night 2, this match serves no purpose.
I am in agreement here. Once I saw that nothing's on the line, like if I was Roman Reigns, I probably would have more than likely would told him like the hell out of my face with this. Like yeah, three of the biggest stars in the industry and nothing's on the line. It's just for Paul Heyman. Fuck out of here. She gotta do something better than that, boss. So that was night 1. So then we'll go into night 2, which will be on Easter Sunday. Night 2 card, I will say, is better than night 1. Absolutely. The first match looks like will be Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Triple B, Bailey, and Lyra Valkyria. Now,
Oh, brother.
Oh my gosh, I got so much to say about this shit.
okay, look, I will say this. Okay, this is not necessarily the position I thought Liv was going to be in at this point, especially considering the run that she had in the summer. But she is a champion, and she's on WrestleMania. Can't really complain too much. Raquel Rodriguez, but we had conversations about this at a different time. I've grown to really like Raquel Rodriguez just as a person. If you watch her Chris Van Vliet interview, really great interview. And she's another example of a woman that looks better without the makeup. And obviously, this is something Triple H threw Bailey in here because he didn't want to take Bailey off the show. Kind of a step backwards for her because she was in one of the top spots of Mania last year, only in a tag with Lyra Valkyria. Look, no disrespect to Lyra Valkyria, but I had to be reminded, just looking at this list, that she is the Women's Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah.
Instead of it just being just Bailey versus Lyra, just slap them as a tag team against Liv Morgan and Raquel. I'm like, okay, I think you could have put Liv in a better position. Could have put Bailey in a better position. I will say I see Liv and Raquel winning. And I could see Bailey turning on Lyra Valkyria because they've been teasing it for the past couple weeks. And Mark, you said Becky. I can see Becky coming out in this situation.
To help who?
To help
Lyra?
Lyra. To help Lyra. To help Lyra.
That would make sense.
Because let's not forget, originally
that makes sense.
Because originally, like I think it was like back in like December, the rumored match was people thought it was going to be Lyra and Becky. You know, I could see a situation where Raquel wins, Bailey gets frustrated, attacks Lyra, does the return of Becky Lynch, and this gets jumpstart their story with Lyra and Becky. So, yeah, I fully expect Liv and Raquel to win this match, and Bailey's going to turn heel. Fellas?
Ooh, I like your prediction though. I think that makes the most sense out of like all of this. And I'm kind of mad that like I feel like you're putting more effort into like the women's tag team division than WWE is, but oh boy, Jesus Christ, man, what do you want me to say about this match? Like what do you want from me? Like, I don't. It's no disrespect. Bro.
Just your honest thoughts. That's it.
Jesus Christ. It's no disrespect. I gotta keep like honing that point in. No disrespect to the talent. It's not their fault at all. It's management's fault as to why we don't have a tag team division. These belts have been irrelevant since the day they first showed up in the company, bruh. And you want me to care about this? Why is this on the card, but the Street Profits can't make the card? What can someone?
Thank you. That's a good question.
I'm not understanding any of this. Just because I like your prediction, because I haven't thought about this feud or this match or whatever the case may be at all, I'm gonna go with wait, who did you pick again?
Liv and Raquel.
That's my pick. That's my pick. Yep, Liv and Raquel. That's who I'm gonna go with here. And yeah, why not?
Oh,
yeah. What the hell? I mean, this is not anything crazy. I think this is what everybody expected. I mean, the WWE, look at them. Look at their tag team card. Look at their tag teams on WrestleMania. This, what's it called? New Day and War Raiders. They don't care about the tag team belts. Like, they don't care, so why should I care? You know? They just put this together to put Bailey and Liv on. I mean, if Becky comes back, then okay, that makes sense. But if that doesn't happen, this thing is it's just really lazy just to get them on the card. And they just threw them together at the last minute too. That's all. I mean, there's two tag teams that were thrown together, just like the last tag team, Bianca and Naomi was thrown together as well. There's no real tag teams. They're just convenient. That's what the tag team belts are. We got to do something with the feud, so put the tag team belts on them. It doesn't matter. Half the tag teams get released anyways, especially the women. So, you know. I'd just close the tag team division. Honestly, they don't really do shit. The men don't need two belts. They need to combine those again. Even though they separated them, like last year, the year before. It's time.
Yeah, it's time. It's time to put those back.
Unify them again.
Why not, bro? It's too much, bro. We talk about the other company having 50 million titles. Pretty sure WWE has 52 million titles. We got to start doing something to like cut it down, bro. Like, and also, if you're gonna have this match on the card, you might as well just give me the Speed Women's Champion Candice LeRae versus a mystery opponent or something. Let me get Dragon Lee defending his Speed Championship in a ladder match or something. You know, give me something. If you're gonna put the women's tag team titles on the show, you might as well just put everything on the show. Let me get the NXT UK belt on here. Let me get the IWGP I-95 South 24/7 US Championship on. Just give it to me. Just whatever, dude. I'm just tired of the women's tag team division. Like Arlo said, it is a worthless division full of made-up teams. I think the only actual team on that like division is Katana Chance and Kaden Carter, which I don't know what they're doing. So yeah, whatever, dude. James, can we move on?
Yes, we can. No problem. And first off, I just want to just speaking of that other company, MJF is fucking hilarious. I'm just want to say that, man. He's bringing snow bunnies to the herds and to convince them to bring him in the group. That's hilarious. Yes, that is funny. Right now, it's my favorite thing on AEW right now. The MJF trying to get into hurt syndicate.
That just reminded me. I need to watch the matches. I saw people were going crazy about Mercedes and Athena. I need to see that. Osprey and Takeshita. I gotta see Dynamite tonight. I'm gonna definitely catch up on that for sure.
For sure. All right. So next match. In my opinion, a match that has potential to be match of the night. Shit, honestly, it could have potential to be match of the weekend. Personally, you have AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. Now, this is another disappointment here because it's a damn shame that Karrion Kross has put more effort into building this match than the fucking creative team has. But honestly, I don't hold you up, yo. I forgot this was even a thing until I looked up this card.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even know this was on the card.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was on the card. Like they've been building this up since January.
Oh my God.
So,
Jesus.
Which again, it's a big disservice to AJ. And look, I've said this before. I say it again. I don't hate Logan Paul as much as many people do. I've said to me he's the greatest celebrity turned wrestler of all time. And it's AJ Styles. We know. I mean, it's AJ Styles. I mean, enough said right there. I think this match has potential to be really damn good. Now, of course, AJ has kind of built a reputation that that his matches doesn't deliver at WrestleMania. But I think this will absolutely deliver. Who I think will win? I say AJ. I say AJ will win this one. And I think, this match has potential to be the best match. And Giovanni, yes, you're right on I think AJ will probably be Jey Uso's first challenger for the World Heavyweight title, which will be 2 years in a row now. Or okay, but yeah.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, Mark, again, I know how you feel about AJ, but
It's not. It's not even AJ, bro. It's not.
but yeah, AJ wins. I expect the match to be a banger. Personally, go ahead, Mark.
I'm just over Logan Paul. I think your time is up, buddy. That's what I think.
But I think what the problem with Logan is he doesn't have a clear character. It doesn't have a clear direction on the show.
He never will. It's over.
In.
No, he feels like I don't know how to really describe it, but yeah, he just doesn't fit in. If he feels like I'm like, why are you here?
He feels out of the universe.
Completely out. And like his only thing is people hate me, but they actually hate me. So I get a reaction. And it's like, well, that's not gonna last that long, bro. And I'm already feeling like I have Logan Paul fatigue, and I never see this man anyways. So it's like that is bad. I don't know if everyone else feels like that, but
Logan Paul is not good at building feuds.
No.
All that shit is a stinker, especially the WrestleMania ones. He doesn't show up half the time. It's like you suck.
But yeah, like I don't have to
You're
be here.
4 years in, you have to be here. Like other people don't, like Roman and Cena, because they can do 1 week and that's like so much. He has to do extra, and he's doing the bare minimum.
I think even if he was there more, I would hate him even more. Like I'm pretty sure that's what they want. Matter of fact, I don't even hate Logan Paul. I just don't care. Like I just wish he wasn't there at all. Can we just move on from it? It was cute for like a few months. He showed out at that was it Saudi? He had his first match, I think. Or no.
I think he had his first match. I think his first match.
That was WrestleMania, right?
I think it was WrestleMania. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think it was the same year though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was like it was cute, like oh, Logan Paul, he's kind of doing better than like half the roster. It's cool. Now it's just like, bro, I don't know why you're here. I don't know what you're doing for the company. And quite frankly, I don't care. I just wish you weren't there.
Oh, he's doing a lot for the company.
I believe it. I just don't care. I'm gonna go with this is tough actually. A part of me wants to say Logan Paul, but the other part's like AJ because of what you just mentioned about him being, oh God. Do we really want to go back to AJ just being fodder food for the new champion like he always is every single year after someone wins the belt at WrestleMania? Is that his role now in the company? Granted, he's old now. He's almost 50 at this point, but still AJ Styles, man. I'm gonna go AJ. I think Karrion Kross is gonna continue to play mind games with this man, get into his head. He's gonna do something very, very gruesome to Logan Paul. Logan goes bye-bye. Hopefully, please, God, if you're listening, please. So yeah, I'm gonna go the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, to beat Logan Paul.
I really haven't thought about this feud at all. I barely knew that it was going on. Logan Paul, yeah, he's pretty much just an afterthought at this point. I don't even know what he does. He shows up sometimes and says he cuts a promo, and then it's like, okay, I'll see you later. He like has like a Brock Lesnar schedule, and like I said, he's not good. He's not good. You're not. He's not that good at wrestling, and he can't even like cut a promo, and he doesn't even know what his character is. Like everything just feels like very forced with him, and it's like, oh, it's time to watch Logan Paul, and it's not like, oh, I'm not watching the show. I'm watching this. It's like it does feel like a sideshow when you watch Logan Paul still, and I really don't think that's gonna like go away. And like every WrestleMania, it's like, oh, who's gonna wrestle Logan Paul now? It's like a charity match for the wrestlers. Like when NFL teams are offered like Hard Knocks and stuff, and it's like, oh, I guess we'll do it this year, so we don't have to do it next year, kind of thing.
Oh shit!
First it was Seth, and then it was Kevin and Randy, and now it's AJ. So he has to pay the piper and face Logan Paul for a match at WrestleMania, like every veteran does now, for some reason, because Logan Paul has to be on the card. But I don't even think I pick anybody. Let's go AJ. But Logan Paul probably needs to win.
Oh, and
Put this on the pre-show.
And I'm actually no, you can't put AJ on the pre-show. Come on, we can't do that to him. But I'm glad you mentioned Randy. Now for those who may not know, Randy Orton was scheduled to wrestle Kevin Owens, but Kevin Owens unfortunately suffered a neck injury that's going to require surgery. They're even saying there's a great chance Kevin may miss next year's Mania. So Kevin Owens' future is very uncertain. But meanwhile, this leaves Randy with an opponent. Fellas, what do you think Randy's role will be on WrestleMania if he has a role at all?
Bobby Lashley posed down with the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal Trophy. That's my final prediction.
Man, listen, Quez, if the best you could do was an Andre the Giant Battle Royal, man, you're gonna get fired.
No, but seriously,
you're gonna come out with Snoop Dogg.
Yeah,
in the Miz.
Arms folded. Why not, man? Why not? Let them all do the RKO pose together.
Yeah.
WrestleMania moment.
Let
him be the host.
Time for WrestleMania.
He could be the host of WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think the most obvious choice here is obviously Nick Aldis. I don't know how many people. I think this would be a great way to showcase Nick Aldis to fans who don't know anything about his prior, stuff he's done outside of WWE.
And also, just to clarify, for those who don't know who Nick Aldis is, he was Magnus in TNA.
I mean, if they don't know him outside, okay, yeah, I get it though. I get it. I get what you're saying, but I don't know, man. It's kind of tough because I don't like the idea in a way of like them having Nick wrestle, and then like I feel like WWE is gonna be like, well, now that he's a wrestler, now he can't be a GM anymore. He's got to be a full-time wrestler now, and I don't know where Nick Aldis wants to be at in his career. I don't know if he's content with just playing this authority figure. I think he actually does a really good job at it, to be honest. And I don't know if you were to take him, like he's doing better than what I expected him to be doing in that role, right? But
meanwhile, Adam Pearce is stressed out every week.
Well, I think Adam Pearce is just I don't even know why he be there sometimes, bro. He don't even try to put organization into his brand. I don't know what he be doing, bro. When he actually got to work, he be mad. Yeah, he don't like the work. Do I really got to do this? Oh man. But no, like I've seen people throw around the theories of like have him fight one of like the newer returning superstars, and I don't think that's a great idea. Only for the simple fact that do you really want them to lose their first night back in the company? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think that's it. Now what you could do is this is kind of bold. Not really, but it is kind of bold. You can have him fight Nick Aldis, right? He beats Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis can't live with the fact that he lost to Randy Orton. I can't believe Orton just beat me. What the hell? You know what I'm saying? My first match back in the company. I'm about to start being an evil GM. You know, the old easy trope they fall into in WWE where you get the evil authority figure. Maybe that is how you bring back at Backlash a Rusev or a Malachi Black or whoever else they brought in, the other 57 people that they've signed to the company in the past week or two, right? You can do that. But I just don't think it would be smart to have them come in first night, WrestleMania, lose. That's it. Where do you go from there, right? But yeah, I do think the smart choice here is Orton and Aldis.
I mean, I think those are the pretty much the two options. It's just against him, and then like somebody else returning. Or is somebody said they're doing something with like Solo or something? Is that like true? I don't
Solo.
know. I don't know. They're saying like Solo like interrupted or something.
I'm gonna be
Maybe.
honest. We can't be doing Solo and Orton at Mania, bro. I mean, we can't. We
Yeah,
can't.
I think they teased it or something last week. But
Nah.
hopefully we don't see that unless he just RKO's him. But it sucks. But his opponent fell out. So that's just unfortunate. But I think he's just going to give him an RKO and then see you guys. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Next match.
Damn.
There's 75,000 people. We broke record gates.
RKO.
The RKO, then he does the pose, and then that's it.
Paul Levesque leaf fitting, and then we just end the show.
Easiest payday in Randy's life.
Yeah.
As for me, I agree with Mark. Initially, I thought they were gonna do the Seth Rollins thing they did last year. Nick Aldis say that it's gonna be an opponent of my choosing. I think they could still do that, because Nick Aldis tomorrow can easily say it's gonna be a mystery opponent, and plus this will have the internet speculating, and then Randy can come out in the ring and it could be Nick Aldis. Initially, I was thinking Alistair.
I can see why you said that.
Yes. Alistair Black. But like you said, Mark, do you really want to, because Orton's not losing that match. And so I think it'll be just fun. They can just make it fun, just have say it's gonna be a mystery opponent, gives the people talking. It could be Nick Aldis and Randy Orton. I think it was a great match. I think it's the perfect opponent for Randy Orton. Because Randy Orton, he ain't gonna want to take no bumps. And I think Nick Aldis is the perfect guy, to do that for Randy. So yeah, I think that's the route they should go. And it gives Nick Aldis a WrestleMania moment. So that's what I think should happen. All right, so next match. For the Intercontinental Championship, we got Braun Breaker versus Penta.
About time.
Versus Finn Balor. Versus Dominic Mysterio.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yes, indeed. Now, in this situation, I would have rather much preferred just Braun Breaker and Penta. Or hell, I would have very much preferred, because they were teasing it. For a second, it looked like it was going to be Braun Breaker versus AJ Styles for the Continental Belt, which I think is a way better position for AJ. But unfortunately, we're stuck with this. Look, we're all Braun Baker fans. MG is the biggest Penta fan walking right now. I say Dominic Mysterio is going to win this match. I think he's going to win this match. He'll probably pin Finn. Let's see what I did. To do it.
Pin Finn.
Yes, he'll probably pin Finn to do it because they've already kind of been teasing Dominic to break away from the Judgment Day. Because him and Finn they've been going back and forth for now. This protects Braun and this protects Penta. Finn Balor, I mean, no disrespect. The guy's a loser. So you can pin Finn and it ain't going to hurt Finn at all. And me and MG, we've had this talk. It's time for Dominic to break away from the Judgment Day. It's time. He's outgrown them. He doesn't need them anymore. Okay? And then plus, I kind of like the idea of, Liv being a champion and Dominic being a champion. Like I said, this protects Braun, this protects Penta. And I expect the match to be really fun. I think this should be a really, really fun match. And Dominic Mysterio will win the Intercontinental Championship, a title I think that he should have had 2 years ago. But yeah, here we are, fellas.
Ooh, people are gonna hate me. I mean, they're not gonna hate me, but they are gonna hate this statement. I don't think there's a single person in this match that if they won, people would just like lose their minds in terms of, like, they shouldn't have won this match. As much as Finn Balor does lose, people like Finn Balor, bro. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
People do like Finn Balor. And I think every single man in this match has a case to win this one. But I'm with James. I got to go Dominic Mysterio because I do think we're going to get that once again. The next pay-per-view is called Backlash. And that's why I predicted the thing with Jade Cargill and Naomi. I think this is going to be another match. They're going to have that Backlash. It's going to be, Dominic Mysterio defending the IC belt against Finn Balor. Maybe if Finn doesn't win, or if he does win, he wants to take the belt to SmackDown because I think Finn is probably going to be leaving Raw after, this WrestleMania season is over with. But yeah, man, I think Braun Breaker has been a pretty decent champion. We haven't really seen like stellar feuds, but we've seen some solid stuff. Him and Sheamus and him and Luke with Kaiser and stuff like that. It's been a solid run. Penta, someone else who, like, if you really want to make a star right now, put it on Penta. You know what I mean? But gotta go with Dominic. I think it's time for him to win a belt, a singles title. I think he actually had one a few years ago though, but I think it was the NXT American title or something like that. But yeah, I'm going Dominic for this one for sure.
I think it's a consensus. I think I'm going Dominic too. I think exactly what James is saying. Everybody's saying Dom did one of the best heels in the whole WWE for years. IC belt, like, should have happened. I even think Money in the Bank. Like, he deserves a lot. And it's a 4-way match, so especially for how his character is now, like, this is the perfect way for him to win. And it's good for Braun too to get off of him without like taking any damage. And I think the 4-way match is good. I know James wanted the 1-on-1, but I think the 4-way is going to be good. I think there's going to be plenty of mayhem and carnage, which I think all 4 of these competitors can go. So I think it's going to be hopefully it's pretty wild. But yeah, Braun's losing, and I don't know, maybe soon, but if Jay wins, man, that feud has been set up since last year. You guys remember when Jay beat Braun last year for the belt?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Braun's going to take it off of him sooner than later. So it wouldn't surprise me if Jay just has it for like a couple of months and then Braun takes it off of him.
Beat him at Backlash. Let's do it.
Oh, that would be bad. Yeah, crazy.
Dude,
just 1 month.
Yeah, 1 month, bro. Let's get it over with.
You did good. Triple H.
That's not a bad idea.
Dude, shout out Dominic
I mean,
Sayers in the chat,
I
bro. I
got you.
almost started laughing, bro. He said, "Thank you guys for picking me to win the match." That's funny.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Yeah, I do think he stay. I think Finn is he gets kicked out, and I think he does go to SmackDown too.
Yeah, it's time to get him over there. We're gonna
Yeah.
need some more people, especially if well, we'll get into that. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
And here's my prediction: Finn gets kicked out. Aleister Black's the new leader of the Judgment Day.
I just want that stable to burn. I don't hate the idea, but I just want it to be over with. You know?
I'm right there with you. But I think that's where they're heading.
I think they're heading there.
Didn't Dominic say he was talking to some? I vaguely remember this a while back. Yeah, that's probably what that is then.
He's been talking about new members and stuff like that too for a while.
Ooh, maybe they keep Finn Balor on Raw then, because I mean, I can already see it now. Nick Khan and them in the back salivating over this, bro. Aleister Black versus Demon Balor. Oh, I could see it now. I could see it.
Oh,
yeah.
No, they're definitely gonna do that before they take trade him off.
Oh yeah.
He'll be good again. He can lose to some people.
It feels bad not picking Penta, but yeah.
I mean, he's got a WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
Look at Dragon Lee.
Though. Why is Dragon Lee not on the card, bro? Yo, WWE Speed Champion. Come on, man.
Oh man, once Penta showed up and it was over for Dragon Lee.
Yeah, it's looking pretty bad. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what though?
And then now Ray.
Yeah, Ray. Yeah, Ray Mysterio. Oh yeah,
No,
yeah. Too many Rays.
I forgot they're both named Rays and they both were masked.
I got confused. Like, which way we talking about, bro? The Mexican Ray or the Mexican Ray? I'm not sure.
The one with the mask.
Yeah, him. Dude,
shit.
You know what though? I will say this. I don't know why. I mean, I get why, but like in a time where you need tag teams and stuff, this would have been a great way to debut the Lucha Brothers, like just as a team at WrestleMania. Yeah. Like if the Street Profits came out, like, hey Nick, all this it's so disrespectful. We don't have a match. But that would have been sick, right? Like Lucha Brothers, Street Profits.
Montez, too. Ooh.
Yeah, Nick Aldis would have came out.
Match.
Like, hey,
somebody's dying.
I hear your complaints, and you guys have beaten all the tag teams, blah blah blah. But let me introduce to you the newest signees to the SmackDown Tag Team division: Ray Phoenix and Penta. Bro, that place would have lost their mind, bro.
Yeah. They would have.
You need
so
tag
much
teams,
pyro.
man. So much. You know what? I'm kind of scared for WrestleMania because I feel like that place about to explode when Penta comes out, bro. Like that, it's gonna catch on fire. The whole
it's gonna be a Ferris wheel on fire,
dude. It's gonna be stupid. I'm scared.
How much would bet? How much do you think MG invested his money into the pyro?
I hope not, because he's going to be liable for whatever damages happened to, at WrestleMania. So I hope not.
Oh man! All right, so next match, we got the Sin City Street Fight.
Yes.
Sassy Taker, Damian Priest versus the man that prays for bad shit to happen, Drew McIntyre.
Yes.
Now this should be fun. Usually street fights at Mania can go either way. Say what you want to say about the position Drew McIntyre is in. I know MG's not here, but he has stood firm and said that Drew should have been added to the match with Punk, Seth, and Roman. Um, can you say this is a step backwards for Drew, considering all the work he did last year? 100% you can say this is a step backwards. But I will give Drew this. I'll give Damien. They have tried to make this work. They're trying to make this work. They pretty much turned it into a blood feud, which, I can appreciate. Who I expect to win? I gotta say Drew. I gotta say Drew. Look, Drew. I know. Drew deserves something, bro. Bro, come on, this man. This man has, look, in wrestling, we have this term. Look, sometimes you're going to be given a shit sandwich. You have to learn to like the taste of it, right? And this man, Drew, has eaten so many shit sandwiches over the past 4 years, really, for this company. Come on, like, carrying WWE to the pandemic, losing to Roman in Scotland, constantly losing to Seth Rollins, the CM Punk thing. Drew deserves to be given a bone here. And if Drew loses, I'm like, well, Drew, clearly they only see you in one way. So I say give this to Drew.
Ooh, this is my most anticipated matchup of night 2. I know people may think I'm trolling, but I'm so serious. I think this match is gonna cook, bro. I think it's gonna hit like crack in the 80s. Drew McIntyre is a great worker. Damian Priest is a great worker. And this feud absolutely has a story behind it. I know people want to see Drew doing more stuff and all of that, but it does have story. This goes back to a whole year ago when Damian Priest cashed in to beat Drew for the title. There's story here. It may not be the story you wanted, but it's story. So I got to agree with you, though, James. I got to agree. I think Drew McIntyre should win this. It's kind of tough, man, because, Damian Priest has been putting in some really good work over the past year. I think a lot of people did not see him as world champion material. And I think he stepped up his game big time when he won that title to kind of prove himself as like, hey, I'm a main event player too, but just from what you said as well, Drew has been taking L after L after L. And I am wondering, are they going to play up the story of Drew McIntyre getting beat by roll-ups? Because I've noticed that as well in a lot of Drew McIntyre matches. He doesn't necessarily lose by like a definitive way. It's always by like a pinfall, like a roll-up pinfall victory. Jay beat him like that. Some other people beat him like that since like the beginning of Raw on Netflix. So I think it is time to give Drew a win though here. So I'm going to go Drew McIntyre. That is my prediction.
Hello?
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm going to go with the obvious winner, Drew McIntyre. Damian Priest, you're good, man. You're like right there, but you're not being Drew. Drew got the short end of the stick this year for WrestleMania season, but that's another issue. There's so many top guys right now. There's so many spots. It's like I don't like the fatal four. I don't even like the triple threat. I like the fatal four-way even less than I would have liked the triple threat. They didn't do that. I think I would have liked maybe him and Sami Zayn a little bit more, but I think that's the best you can do on SmackDown. Then is Damian Priest, and I think Damian Priest is more LA Knight territory than Drew McIntyre. But this is gonna be a good match, though. I think they're both gonna go out and try to steal the show. So I'm excited for this, though.
Sassy for the baddies in Vegas. Shout out to Dominic Samuels.
For the baddies, man.
And also, and hopefully y'all are enjoying tonight's preview predictions video. Please be sure to hit that like, subscribe button. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the show. So looks here, the chat feels Drew is gonna win this. Says Drew gotta win this, and yeah, people. Yeah. People are really riding for Drew on this one, man. So it will be very interesting to see. Now here is a match. I got a lot to say about this. Your triple threat match for the Raw Women's World Championship. You got, in my opinion, the best female wrestler in the company, pound for pound, Io Sky, defending her championship against Bianca Belair and Rhea Bloody Ripley. Now, on paper, of course, this is a Mania match. You know, you got the two biggest stars in the division, and like I said, the best wrestler in this. This has money written all over it. Granted, in my opinion, I don't know how you, Mark or Arlo, feel about this. This should be Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. You know, this is the match that we've all been waiting for. Pretty much once Triple H took over, we all thought that this is the Mania match. Me and MG said this. We agreed on this. I know what I'm about to say may be blasphemous for some of y'all. So hot take. Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair has the potential for this generation to be Rock Austin of the women's division. Like it has, you got two of the biggest female wrestlers of this generation right there. And that was your big money match. But we all know Triple H loves Io Sky. Who doesn't love Io Sky? I love her. We all love her. Should she be in this position? No. In my personal opinion, no. And plus how the story has been constructed, you know, Rhea turning into pretty much to a goth Karen, Io Sky, despite being the champion, feels like an afterthought. Bianca Belair, for some weird reason, has been the most truthful and the most justified, when she's been getting booed by the people, which doesn't make no damn sense to me. This whole thing, in my opinion, has been a mess. It's been an absolute mess. It didn't need to be a mess. Do I expect this match to be great? Absolutely. I expect this match to be this should be a great match. Who do I think will win? I'm gonna lie. I wrestle with this almost every day. One day I'm thinking Io. Next day I'm thinking Rhea. Right now, this one's tough. This one's actually tough. It's probably gonna be Rhea. It's probably gonna be Rhea, and it's gonna set up for Bianca and Rhea at SummerSlam, potentially for WrestleMania next year. And this protects Bianca, because let's not forget, Bianca is undefeated at WrestleMania. She's the current streak holder for WrestleMania. I don't think it's gonna hurt Io. Like Io at this point, fans love her. Like she's bulletproof at this point. It wouldn't shock me if Rhea wins this. In my opinion, from a character standpoint, she don't deserve to be in this match, because all she did was just cry and whine and complain. But I don't think it's such a good match for her to be rewarded for that character-wise. But But yeah, I think that's where they're headed with this, fellas.
I don't hate that pick, bro. Before I give mine though, I want to make a joke, but also not a joke. Uh, I want to know, who did Roxanne Perez piss off backstage? That's what I want to know.
No, Mark. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. What I think is going on here with Roxanne is, I think they're waiting until after Mania and after the draft to finally have a direction for Roxanne. Because for a while it looked
You
like it was
don't know
going to be
what she's
Roxanne
doing,
and
do you?
Bailey. Wait, what?
You don't know what she's doing this weekend, do you? Huh?
Well, I mean, she's on NXT, right? I'm saying Deliver, right?
Yeah, she's on the pre-show.
She's on the pre-show.
What?
She on the pre-show, bro. She's gonna be in a 4-way tag team match on the pre-show.
Wait, tag team. Who's her tag partner?
Cora Jade.
That's on the
I
pre-show?
don't know about this.
On the pre-show. Now, like I said, I'm making a joke, but also like not really. But like,
Yeah.
what did she do? Like, what? I'm not understanding.
that is.
here.
I did not know that because for a second there it looked like they were preparing for Roxanne and Bailey potential to be at Mania, and then she was in the Elimination Chamber match just 2 months ago, and now she's on the pre-show.
On the pre-show.
Like I said, either
Yeah.
that is strange. That is
She was in
strange.
the Royal Rumble for over an hour this year.
The Iron Woman of the Royal Rumble is now on the
She was in the
pre-show
final
of
two.
NXT.
She was in the final two.
Listen, she's doomed because it says winners will challenge for the women's tag team championship. Yeah.
I mean, she's not winning.
Yeah, it's not. Anyways, back to your regular scheduled programming here. I'm gonna go with Io Sky. I think Io. It's a weird transition, right? But yeah, I think Io is gonna win this one. I don't think they're gonna take Bianca off of SmackDown because remember, if she wins, she's got to go to Raw. That division can't really afford to lose anyone unless you're gonna call someone up. Shane talking about something they got Roxanne wrestling at 8 a.m. That's very true. But
That is
yeah,
crazy.
that is nutso. Nutso. I hate that movie. But yeah, no. Seriously. I got EO for this one. Rhea Ripley winning it to me just seems a little bit too fast to get it back. And I think EO could have a little run with that belt for a bit. Like I said, I think there's still more story to tell with Bianca and Jade and all this. And if Tiffany wins on night one, I think that should kind of tell people the direction for this match. Because wouldn't it be something here if you have Tiffany Stratton beat Charlotte, but then she loses to Bianca with the help of Naomi down the line? You know, so it's a lot of different ways they can go with this one, but I am going to go with the genius of the sky, Miss Io Sky, to retain her women's championship. That is my pick.
But you know what, man? This seafood tastes real good right now.
That is, bro. I'm gonna tell you something about you right now, bro. You need to be stopped. You need to be tranquilized or something, bro.
No, I'm just saying, bro. Like, listen,
man.
sometimes like, shout out to seafood, man. Seafood is really, I like seafood, bro.
Yeah,
But
I bet you do.
But Arlo, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, this is actually pretty tough. I think we're gonna have three different answers. I'm going Bianca. It doesn't make any sense. This whole thing. I think it is set up for Io, but I think Bianca's turning heel. I think that she's gonna go on a long reign. So I think that's where they're going. But this whole I don't think anybody has liked it so far. Should have been Rhea and Bianca. I don't know. I don't like them shoehorning like EO into this. It just feels like a huge mess, and the way EO wanted to, the way like like Bianca was the ref, and that shit was like that was weird as well. Like they just I don't even know what they're doing, and every single week they're like doing the weird like ignoring EO thing. I think that's why everybody's like, oh yeah, EO's winning because of that. But I think they're gonna give like Bianca a big push. Plus, I think they want to preserve her streak as well. I don't know. I don't know if they value that, but if they do, that's always. I think they do that for a reason. I don't think that's just coincidence. She's 6-0. But
Damn, I did not realize she was undefeated.
yeah,
I mean, actually, she's not undefeated. Actually, she's a
she's
loser.
not?
No, she's not.
I thought she was
pretty,
undefeated.
pretty sure she lost in like a battle royal at WrestleMania.
They don't count that. They don't count that.
Well, technically, they couldn't. They could also not count a triple threat match there, right? Because every other match has been a singles match. Well, besides that match last year, right? Or am I tripping? I don't know. I mean, that's a really good point, though.
Who did Bianca wrestle last year?
Damage Control.
Oh right, her. Oh yeah, Damn Silver. Oh yeah, this versus Destiny's Child. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Maybe she's not 6-0. Maybe she's 4-0.
See, the
maybe.
reason I got EO even winning this is because I think the Damage Control thing is dead in the water now. And I think when Asuka does come back, that's going to be her first target. It's going to be EO. That's what or maybe Kyrie. Maybe one of those two, right?
Oh, brother.
Listen, I don't know.
I hear you on that. Those matches are going to be fire, but man, those promos going to be rough.
This is your hate.
I think Asuka would be good. I don't want to see Kyrie though. Sorry.
I don't know, man.
Have you seen Kyrie in the gym lately?
No.
She's buffed up. She's looking pretty nice.
Looking real jacked.
Okay,
there,
I don't want to see her. I don't want to see her in the ring.
Looking real jacked.
Yeah, shout out to Carlos. Yeah, shout out to Carlos. He said, have y'all seen Kyrie's recent photos? Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
No,
Sir, is that your wife in your picture, bro? Do you want me to tell her you've been looking at Kyrie's photos like that?
Mark, see, when you do stuff like that, Mark, like, bro.
Listen, I'm saying, bro, you a married man. Come on, man.
But
right.
but Asuka, but Asuka and EO, I'm all for that. Give me that.
Dude, I think you made a give it to me. Give me what I want. Dude,
see,
I think you're right.
Y'all can't see it right now, but I got, I'm slapping my hand, slap my arm like The Rock.
Oh yeah, bro, you goosebumps. Is that what it is?
That's
do you feel the mana, James? Do you feel the mana?
I don't want to feel anything, but yeah, I feel yeah.
Dude, this is gonna be a banger match if they give them the time to go out there and cook. Like this could be like the show stealer for real. Bianca, Rhea, and EO. Oh my god, dude! Like, if they give them at least 20 minutes, this is gonna be like the best match. It's oof, brother.
25.
And you know what? To go back to what you were saying, Arlo, about like you're not really sure why they've been doing like some of the weird stuff with Bianca and them. I'm gonna like try to like defend WWE here in the worst way possible because I have no idea what they're trying to do. But what if like all of this is like by design to get Bianca to get hated, right? Like They're putting her in these wacky scenarios. They put Io in the match because they know people love Io Sky. And what's the quickest way to get people to start to hate Bianca more now is have Io in the match.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just a weird hunch that I'm having here because they don't do stuff. I mean, their stories they don't make any sense, but a lot of the things that they do, it's always by design to like get someone to where they want them to be at or to change their characters or whatever the case may be. So maybe that's what it is. I really don't know, but I am in agreement with you on the fact that Bianca is definitely about to join the dark side. She has not been wearing dark clothing for like the past month for no reason. That's not just I like black attire now. No. That is that is deliberate.
I just thought it was just for most of our amusement, but okay.
No.
Okay.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
I hope
I mean,
Triple
look,
H
Bianca.
allows her
Bianca looks
to
good.
do it.
She looks good in anything that she wears. So I just thought it was just because she just looked good. But yeah, you're right. Could be a reason.
No, there's always a reason because I don't know if you remember. Remember the last time we saw them, right? Was Elimination Chamber. What was Naomi and Bianca wearing? White. Who came out in black? Jade Cargill. You know what I'm saying? Like it's everything here is deliberate and it's for a reason. That story between those three girls is far from over. There is so much more to tell. So that's why I got Io. I think Io is like the odd woman out, but that's the reason she's going to win because she has no story involved with this. The story is Bianca and her being on SmackDown, maybe beating Tiffany Stratton for that belt with the help of Naomi, and who knows? But that's just
never. So you don't see the aftermath of what happens on Sunday. We don't see this leading to Bianca and Rhea down the future.
Maybe, but I think honestly, if
because Rhea has really nothing to do either.
That's what I was about to say. I think Rhea Ripley is the actual odd woman out of all of this. Like, you could have a direction for Io. You can have a direction for Bianca. What more do you actually do at Rhea Ripley? Her winning the title does nothing. It does nothing. You're back to the problem that we had before where it's, we don't have any challengers for Rhea Ripley.
I just thought about this. You guys may not like it. You may not like this. What if this leads to a Rhea and Liv reunion?
You think? So then what happens to Raquel?
Yeah.
They kick her out?
I could see a situation because I just thought about this. Rhea's character change didn't really happen until Charlotte cut that promo, "You're still a child," right? And that's what pretty much Rhea has been acting like a child, like not taking any accountability for her actions whatsoever. She loses this. She realizes, oh shit, like I got nothing for me. She thinks about it. Because let's think about the whole Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley feud. Liv Morgan was the baby face. She was in the right. Maybe this leads to Rhea and Liv having like a sit down saying, now that thinking about it, you was right, I was wrong. This could lead to them, pairing up, and then maybe this could make them a heel team or a babyface team. But they could do that because they were a tag team.
Yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm. They could do that. When you were mentioning that, though, I just thought, I think she's probably going to go darker in her character, which I think she should. Sometimes she goes there, but she, snaps out of it. But, I think she should really go there. But what if she, devolves and, tries to, get back with Dominic or something? She's, down bad. And
she's
tries
lost
to
everything.
do
Yeah, because like she's lost Damian Priest. Remember,
Yeah.
there was a point in time where those two together on Raw was like the biggest thing. The Terror Twins, that was
Terror Twins.
huge, right? So she's lost him. She been lost Dominic last year. She's lost the women's championship. She has nothing. So
And
now when you say that,
for what we see on Raw, she really doesn't have friends.
no, because she's literally terrorized that entire division.
Yes.
So I mean, it that actually would make sense. But my only issue with that is I'm hoping and praying that if that is the direction, we do not go back to Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley fighting over each other for Dominic Mysterio. Please, for the love of God, can we not do that part? That is the part I don't want.
I think I don't think they're dumb enough to go back to that again. Hell, I can see honestly, I can see a situation where Dominic can fucking live after he wins the Intercontinental Championship. Like I said, he doesn't need anybody. He can be a solo act. But I just think that, that if you're not going to have anything for Rhea, if you're not going to have her win, you can easily put her back, with the Liv, and that whole story of them is them rekindling their friendship.
Yeah, I mean that would be a big help to that women's tag team division. But like I said, it's just about it's really about where in the heck does Raquel Rodriguez go if she's not like that? That is the big thing there.
I'm like, the Judgment Day sounds like it's over in that scenario.
Yeah, like I don't. That is. I mean, it's an interesting thought. I didn't think about that before. I don't know. Whatever they do though, they definitely need to do something with her character, right? Like Rhea's been stagnant for a good minute now. I think she needs to change somewhere. Like whether it's persona, whether it's like the look in general, something needs to change. Because
ever since the Liv feud, like she's been very stagnant. And shout out to Giovanni. He says either Raquel and Dom, no, Raquel and Carlito. Well, I mean they've been kind of telling a story that Carlito's trying to get with Raquel. That would be some entertaining shit.
I mean, so like, what would that be though? Like how? I don't know.
I know. Like the Raquel thing really kind of muddies this up.
And well, not even just that. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah. What if? Oh, this is so stupid. I don't know why I'm saying this out loud now. Think about it, but I'm gonna say it. What if she tries to get with JD McDonough? It sounds silly. It sounds silly. But what if it's like her trying to make Dominic jealous? Like I don't know, bro. I have no idea where you go at Rhea Ripley after this. And that's either like it doesn't matter if she wins or loses. I have no idea what you do with her after this match. None. No clue.
If you're not gonna do that, slowly start pairing Rhea and Liv. I'm with Arlo. Have darken up her character, make her even more dangerous than she's ever been.
Yeah, but now she's a heel, right?
So to be fair, if we're really gonna be honest, she's always been a heel. Crowd just loves her.
That's true.
She's always been a heel. That's why the whole thing it's crazy, because if you think back, like Liv was really the babyface.
Well, she just got her revenge and people hated her for it.
Exactly.
Huh. Interesting, actually.
So it would really be interesting. So just so we can wrap this one in a nice little bow, I say Rhea Mark says Io, and Arlo says Bianca.
Yep, that's the first one we've all been split on. Actually, I think. Well, no, we were split on the other triple threat match. Yeah, all the triple threat matches got us in a conundrum. We don't know what's going to happen. So,
Yeah. Which again, triple threat matches. Jesus. All right, so now we are finally here. The biggest match of the show. This is, I'm not gonna lie, I can't wait to see this. Not really because of the match per se, but the but the spectacle this match is gonna bring, and that is the main event of WrestleMania. You have the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes going against John Felix Anthony Cena as a heel.
the whole government.
Yes, John Cena's last WrestleMania as a heel going against Cody Rhodes. And Mark, Arlo, I'll let y'all go first on this one.
Wow, you must have got something cooking in the oven over there, buddy. But this is the feud that I care the least about because there's nothing, bro. Nothing's happening. It's been a colossal waste of time. They've completely fumbled the bad guy persona of John Cena. That should have been like a generational thing, even though it was always going to be a short term thing because we know Cena. Well, actually, we don't know, but we're gonna assume that Cena's not gonna spend the rest of this year as a bad guy. Like, so his whole thing has been the fans, buddy. You're not fighting us at WrestleMania. You're fighting Cody Rhodes. You can go out there and cut a heel promo on the fans and stuff. That's fine, but the main objective should have been Cody Rhodes. Also, Cody has not faced a single lick of adversity this entire feud. Yes, he got slapped by Travis Scott. Whoop-de-doo. Besides that, there has been nothing. It's been him coming out with his suit and tie on, cutting whatever promo he's cutting about, I need to protect this company from John Cena. And bro, this feud is awful. And I've been trying to be more, like I said, casual and not like, harp down on stuff that I don't particularly like because I don't feel like I need to be given that much attention and giving that much of my energy to something that I don't like. But this feud right here, bro, should be like, this should be the one. We know the match ain't gonna be good. It's Cena in the ring at 50 years old, pretty much, and Cody, you know what?
He gets the job done. He gets the job done.
That's the best compliment I can give Cody Rhodes from an outsider perspective. I don't know what it's like to take a bump like that, to be in the ring going crazy like that. I don't know. But from an outsider perspective, he's passable. Cena can be good.
Huh? 3,500 for 3,500, you can find out.
Yeah, I'm good on that one. That is well above what I'm willing to spend to become a wrestler.
Okay, all right, just checking.
Yeah. That's not for me. But if I had to pick a winner though, this is tough because, dude, why do I get this weird feeling? I don't. It's this weird feeling I have that they're gonna do something really stupid in this main event. They're gonna do something really stupid, and for that reason, I'm gonna go with Cody Rhodes to beat John Cena at WrestleMania. That is my prediction. Cody Rhodes beats John Cena.
I don't think it's been as bad as Mark's said. I don't think it's been like great. I think it's been serviceable for what it is. I think Cena mean, he cut some good promos and then just went away for a couple of weeks. And it's like that was the time to ramp it up. He just didn't show up, which is the big problem with it because it's like they were finally getting somewhere. They had that one exchange finally because it was just Cena cutting promos in the crowd, and then it turned into they had one promo against each other, and people were like really like excited about it, and then nothing for like 3 weeks. And I think they're Cena's going to be there tomorrow, but it's like that's a day before, like that's a little bit too late at this point. And I don't, yeah, Cena and Cody, like I don't know. I think they really could have pulled something better out for this, but I feel like sometimes they just save stuff for the pay-per-views. Like they saved stuff for like Elimination Chamber. They didn't do it on Raw. They didn't do it on SmackDown. They did it on the pay-per-view. So I feel like they're like, oh, we'll just save it for that. You know, this has been a little bit underwhelming, but we'll have a big moment to save it. I'm like, this should have been a generational run from Cena right now. And right now, it really doesn't feel like it. I do think he is winning though. Cody's had it for a year. He's had his title run's been fine, been nothing special. He's had some good matches, but he's not really even defended the belt that much. Like, I don't think he's had a TV like he's not had a TV like championship match. He just had like what 5 or 6 matches, and it's like you can do a lot better than that. But yeah, I feel like some stuff that they were gonna do this year for Cody just didn't like line up either. And but I think all things are go for Cena, especially I think he's gonna be there a little bit more too. So I think he definitely winning in my like okay, this is just throwing it out there is like I think we talked about it before. It's like Jay Uso being a part of The Rock and John Cena and him coming out and he's always been with Cody the whole time and him turning on Cody and helping Cena. Like Cena helped him at Royal Rumble. And another one people have thrown out there is Seth as well being a part of it because he helped John Cena at Elimination Chamber. But those are just baseless possibilities and just speculating like all wrestling fans do. But having something like that is the only way I could see this to like save this feud and make this actually memorable. But no, I think that's going to happen. So I'm going to go John Cena.
Okay. Oh, and Mark Arlo, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry to go back to this. I think I figured it out. What they can do with Raquel.
Yeah. Well. Okay. Okay. Let's hear
I
it
think I
though. I
figured
want
it
to hear.
out. I was thinking about this. You know what? I know I said Dom and Raquel not a good idea. Fuck it. Dom Cheeto live with Raquel.
Oh, you think they're gonna do that, and then oh man,
And then what does Liv and Rhea have in common?
Dominic both cheated on them.
Yes, I'm just saying. I'm just saying that.
I mean,
That's one way to do it. That's one way to do it.
It does make sense because they've been trying to make him like the ladies' man of the
Yes.
WWE. So
yes.
it wouldn't make sense.
There is a way out of it. There is a way. But
hold on. I'm so sorry, James. I forgot to mention this because like I don't know. If I don't say it now, I'm not gonna remember it. Arlo made a point about someone joining The Rock. And I know we're gonna actually, you know what? We're gonna get into that in a minute, so I'll save it. I'll go and let you go because I know we're gonna get into that.
Okay. Well, as for me, just like how I feel with Tiffany and Charlotte, this had a lot of potential. This had a lot of potential here. That I feel that they've wasted. They've completely wasted. Now again, I'm not backstage. I don't know how Cena's contract works, but y'all, I don't know if y'all have noticed this, but this is 3 years in a row now. 3 years in a row now where Cody Rhodes has had to build a main event damn near by himself.
Yeah.
This is 3 years in a row now.
Part-timers.
Yes, with Roman the past 2 years, Roman wasn't there every week. So it was up to Cody. This year, it's up to Cody. Again, if I know if MG was here, we would have went on a big rant because MG was pretty pissed off about it on Monday. We would have been on a big rant about how the stars aren't showing up like how they used to. That has been a problem, especially for Cody's case. But when Cena turned heel, that's a night that's always going to be remembered. Absolutely. But it's now looking more and more tainted because of the aftermath. Cena was gone for 2 weeks after Elimination Chamber. Nothing from Cena except for some cryptic tweets. Cena returns, and I think in Belgium, cuts that great promo, and that was it. Next week, pretty much cuts the same promo, just worded a little bit differently, and confused the hell out the fans. Nothing. Then Cena, finally, him and Cody have an interaction, which was really good. Cody was laid out with the Crossroads, and then we ain't seen Cena since till tomorrow night. Bro, you can't take a moment, and this is coming from somebody that's actually is in the business and been involved in storylines and seen storylines create booked. You can't take a moment like that and just, especially we got the biggest star in wrestling history turning heel, and you just waste it. You can't do that. You should have had Cena go fucking crazy out here. You should have had Cena have him cut this promo, and then Cody says the thing about the fans never said I can't wrestle. Have Cena just snapping out, beating up random people backstage, beating up Stu. People have been wanting Cena to beat up R-Truth. Just have Cena be a menace back, show that Cena really is a heel, and they haven't done it yet. It's just been these one-off promos. And it's no, this is WrestleMania. You gotta put more seasoning into this soup. You can't just have the soup and just you gotta put some seasoning in it. You gotta put some stuff in there to make it pop, to make it good. And they haven't done it. Now tomorrow's their last chance to cook up something, but or else it'll be too late at this point. It's a day before the show. So I'm really disappointed in what they've done. Cena selling his soul to The Rock because he wants to ruin wrestling for the fans. And Cody is trying to save. Cody loves the fans, so he's fighting for the fans in the future of this company. What the fuck does that have to do with The Rock? Meanwhile, The Rock is on Instagram playing with a Rubik's Cube with a New Japan shirt on. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? As for the match goes, like I said, I don't expect the match to be great from a technical standpoint, but it'll be a spectacle, 100%. Again, they could have this easily could have been, again, like Charlotte and Tiffany, this easily could have been Cena feeling the pressure of winning number 17 and seeing someone he's always been compared to, even though Cody's not that much younger than Cena, but you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Cena has to win. Cena has to win this because you can't waste a heel turn of that magnitude. You just can't do it. Either have Cena win, have Cena carry the title for the summer, and either have Cody or Punk take the belt off him, thus giving Cena time to turn back babyface by the end of the year. You can't squander it. You cannot squander this. I know it's crazy. We've reached a point for all the people that's been here for day one on this channel. It is crazy. We've reached a point where we're all in agreement that Cena should win a championship match, but that's where we are. So it should be Cena.
I'm the odd man out again, bro. Maybe I need to change my prediction because remember how this went last time.
Nah, bro. Hopefully you're right.
Oh my God.
Listen, you shouldn't change your prediction because again, you was the odd man out for the Rumble, and look what happened there.
No, I'm talking about I was the odd man out for 39 too. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, you was the only one that said Roman should win. Yeah.
Well, I don't remember if I said he should win or if I thought that was what WWE was gonna do. But no, like, dude, here's my thing. You can turn him heel without, not heel. You can turn him babyface without him winning the belt or losing it. You could easily do it. How, you may ask? Easy. He loses, and the next night he gets obliterated by the new henchmen of The Rock's group. Maybe they don't reveal themselves at WrestleMania. Maybe they do it at the Monday night after WrestleMania. Maybe they do it at Backlash. Who knows? Remember, y'all, the match that everyone has been wanting and clamoring for has been what? Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. If Cena wins that title, you ain't getting that for like another year. All right. So, and then also, we don't need any more Brock Lesnar type runs with that title. I know it'll be short term, but dude, do y'all remember like how that was back in the day where it was like Brock would win the belt, he wouldn't be around for like the entire year. You would only see him once or twice. The belt would never be defended. You never know when Cena's gonna get a Hollywood call to go do a movie. It's risky with that. But who knows? Maybe that's what they want. Maybe that's the whole premises of it is you get nothing. I'm going to take this title. I'm ruining wrestling for everybody. But then also, how can you ruin wrestling when there's still another world championship over on Raw? Regardless of that fact, it's tough, man. Like I said, I already picked Cody, but I think the big elephant in the room now is who is going to be helping if Cena does win. This is my question to both of y'all because y'all picked Cena. Who do y'all think helps Cena win the match, or do you think he just beats Cody with like brass knuckles or something, or what?
You know what? I could easily see a situation. What did Seth Rollins say to Cody last year?
I don't know. Well, what did he say?
I'm going to be your shield.
This is true.
I could see a situation where things are going left. Seth Rollins goes to help Cody. You think he's going to be his shield again? Turns on Cody. And then that's when we see Paul, and that's when you reveal that Paul Heyman's in on this, Seth's in on this, and The Rock's in on this, and Cena. You can go that route.
Yeah.
Me personally, me as a heel myself, I think it's better to win the shitty way because again, it gives you more heat. So I don't think Cena should win straight up. And there needs to be a shitty way for it to be done. If you have Cena beat Cody straight up, then why the fuck does he need The Rock and all those guys? But you could say the same for Elimination Chamber. Like, he won the match. Why does he need The Rock? But I think you said this, Mark. who helped Cena win.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. You know, dude,
Mhm.
it's here's the weird thing
Cena
about it.
got on Punk right away.
Bro, bro,
No
maybe
hustle, no loyalty, no respect.
no respect, right? Like,
And then remember after Royal Rumble, he said this is like best for business after Jay wins too,
yeah.
or like I'm doing I'm doing what's best.
Guess who else said
Mhm.
It
that?
was more than one. Yeah,
Seth said it.
Seth said it.
yeah,
on
Seth
Monday.
yeah.
Rollins said that. Well,
He,
and
he
he's
did
been
it.
dressing
did
like
it.
The Rock, bro. He's been dressing like The Rock. He came out with the turtleneck on with the chain
Yeah,
around his
I know
neck.
Seth said it. I'm not sure about Jay though.
Jay's the one where I feel like
He's a wild card.
it's the wild card. Dude, I still don't rule out CM Punk either. I really don't. Like, I do not rule CM Punk out. Because CM Punk came out the first night after he showed up. He said, bro, I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money. See,
That is
I think
true.
CM Punk has always been a bad guy who everyone just loves. It's like the Rhea Ripley thing. And he told Cody, remember what he told Cody? I'm not going to stab you in your back, brother. I'm going to stab you in the front. Like, it's one of those things, man, where I feel like they've set up a lot of people who could be a part of it. And we're not, don't get it twisted, Chad. We're not saying like by the end of WrestleMania, you're gonna have Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Jey Uso, Nia Jax, Dragon Lee in the stable or that. No. But
Well, where's she at?
Triple H confirmed that Travis Scott will be at WrestleMania. Well, that's all the confirmation I need that he is going to eat a Stone Cold Stunner. That is all the confirmation I needed then. If he's going to be at WrestleMania, Travis Scott about to get he about to get worked, bruh.
Yeah, I know Cody. Yeah, Cody's patiently waiting for that day.
Dude, you know the biggest adversity for Cody isn't Cena. It's still The Rock. That's like the big adversity here. So that's why, like,
Yeah.
I just don't know if Cena is the one to beat him yet. But it's like, it's also the thing, I get it. It's like, clearly Cena's going to be the one to break the record, right? Like, he's got to be. But I don't know, man.
Well, and again, I just got a text. That thing about this too. Beat the record. Triple H is really good friends with Rick. You think Triple H will allow that to happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't see anyone who you would even have Cena drop the belt to right now. I can't see a single person. Remember, that title is a SmackDown title. Who is on SmackDown outside of Cody
They don't
Rhodes?
care about that shit.
They probably don't, but I'm saying, like, Cody
The
winning the
only
belt back from
person
Cena don't matter to me, bruh.
that would make it. The only person would be CM Punk.
Yeah, that's the
That's like
only person.
But then, bruh, they're not moving. Maybe they would move him away from Raw. Maybe. Then again,
They'll
they don't
move
even care about the
Cena
brand
from
split. They don't
SmackDown.
even care about
That's
the
a,
brand split.
they care about Netflix and Netflix only.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. Cena gonna be defending the belt on Netflix, and even though it's a
Yeah.
SmackDown, but whatever. I don't know why I'm trying to make
Solo
sense of
Sikoa
WWE and a brand split. Yeah, Solo
on
Sikoa,
SmackDown.
yeah. Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
Drew could be the one to beat Cena for it, but I don't know.
No.
We
No.
still
I
think
can
Drew's
see
gonna
it.
be in that stable too. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's way too many names. So like,
Yeah.
they're doing it on purpose, which is good. It's good.
Drew,
that they're
bro,
doing
they
that.
have like multiple people that it could be.
And everyone makes sense, bro. Every single one
If
of
I
them.
was them, I would just have a bunch of people run in, and it's like you're just waiting for one person to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
They sent a bunch of people in. No, and then one guy.
Is that everybody show up? Like, wait,
Yeah.
who is it? Is it all of them?
Like I would turn the lights off,
Yeah.
but I don't think that's going too far.
I don't think so. I think that
Is
would be
it
perfect.
the Undertaker?
No, but I think that's the callback. Is like people may think it's Undertaker.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
coming to save him, and it's like, no, it's not Taker, and then you just cut it on. It's like Seth Rollins dressed up weirdly or something. I don't know, Like,
Seth Rollins in a turtleneck like The Rock.
yeah, it's a some bluebell bottoms on, like
Yeah. Him dressed like a mini Rock would be hilarious.
yeah, dude.
They have the same outfit, but a little bit smaller.
Get a little tan going on. I can see it.
With a bald cap.
Yeah, dude.
Let's not, and also let's not forget, Seth Rollins. He's been dipping his toe into that Hollywood circle, So again, it'll make sense for his character.
And dude, Paul
Character
Heyman's gonna
would
have
sell
something.
his soul.
Yeah, he would. He's done it before.
He's done it before.
Seth Rollins, at the
Yeah.
core of his DNA, has a character, is a slimy.
It's flawed.
Yeah. He is a snake. You cannot trust this man, just like you can't trust Paul Heyman.
They should
That's
push
true.
that more. They don't really push that.
But that's true. But then again, you can say that, but you can also look at what he did last year. I mean, I've jokingly made the comparison that he was pretty much the Iron Man last year, where he's the one that sacrificed himself to So it's weird to go 1 year. You go from literally, sacrificing yourself to selling your soul again to destroy Cody.
No, it makes sense though. It totally makes sense though, right? Because, and I'll tell you why. Remember, this is the guy that beat Roman Reigns for that title. Obviously, Cody Rhodes.
Right.
But that same guy has been a thorn in Seth Rollins' side ever since he came back. I don't think Seth beat that man once. Remember, he don't like Cody. He just hated Roman Reigns more. And I guarantee you, James, as much as you talked about him being the Iron Man and him being the shield to Cody Rhodes, don't lie to me. You and everyone else probably thought in the back of your head, Seth is going to turn on Cody Rhodes in this match. He's going to do him dirty.
It was a possibility that ran through my mind.
It was a possibility. And that's what I'm saying. He is not to be trusted. Even when he tells you, I got your back. Look what he did to Roman Reigns when he broke the shield up. You can't trust him.
Yeah.
And by the way, I just want to say this as well. WWE got to stop being so cute with this stuff again, because James, I know you saw it. The steel chair shot on Raw.
Okay, Mark, I'm so glad you said that.
I saw that too.
You see that, bro?
Look,
oh my god!
They need to let it go. Look, they need to let it go.
What do you mean, James? It was a shield chair.
Brother.
A shield chair.
They need to let that shit. Imagine them like pulling out like a beer truck in like 2010 with Stone Cold and like Mr. McMahon. That's what they're doing.
Yeah,
it was 11 years ago.
Listen, bro, they have broken up. They have been broken up longer than they've been together. Like, I understand they're trying to sell this, bro. How many fucking times are they gonna reference this chair shot? It's like Mark, when I saw that, I literally rolled my eyes. I'm like, seriously?
They can't help themselves, bro. Because get it. They were in the Shield. Get it? It's a Shield chair shot. You get it?
Yeah.
Get it?
Listen, look. I guess, motherfucker. We saw it. We lived through it. We've lived through it. Stop with the references, please.
I would have loved Mauro Ranallo.
Oh,
he would have been like, he's giving him back shots.
Oh,
like Alexis Texas.
Like Alexis Texas. God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
They only don't catch it with the dick.
Yeah, catching her on the track. I don't know why he said that. I don't know why he said that on SmackDown. It was very odd. Why you had that on your mind, sir? I was not really.
Joe Tessitore is boring as fuck.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait to. Oh, I hope he's on the commentary team for Mania when they reveal the Rock's third man. He's just like, oh, that's Jey Uso in a bandana. I can't wait. I can't wait. Please let him call me, please. He has the personality of a rock, brother. God, man. He couldn't sell me on the idea of anything if he tried, bro.
Maybe that's why I don't like Raw. That's why maybe SmackDown sucks.
Joe Tessitore,
Because
man.
of him, he can't sell anything.
He can't sell nothing, bro. He can't. There's a Gucci bandana. There's Jey Uso in a Gucci bandana.
You're eating everywhere.
Oh, wait a minute. Yo, speaking of Gucci bandana, bro,
What?
That's Randy Orton's,
Yes.
That's Randy Orton's mystery opponent, bro. Soldier Boy.
The Soldier Boy. James, I got to tell you something that's really, really awesome. And I know you don't care, but it's still awesome.
What's that?
The Death Riders lost the Trios Championships. We getting there, boys. It's almost
all right,
there.
That's a start. That's a start. Okay.
We almost there. Will Hobbs, Samoa Joe, and Hook are the new Trios champions.
Shout out to the Ops.
The Ops.
Hook is so weird. Samoa Joe and Hobbs, though. God damn.
Oh wait, no, not Hook. It's Samoa Joe, Hobbs, and the Shibata dude.
Listen, I don't care.
That's sick, dude. Joe and Hobbs together. That is sick,
Joe
bro.
and Hobbs
That's a great team.
That's sick, man. Oh my god, dude! If AEW put on stuff, this goes to show you they are possible of putting on stuff like this.
Yeah.
If they did, oh my god.
Oh,
sorry
What
about
about
that, Bob.
the-
I'm so sorry about that. I haven't seen the show either yet. I just saw it on Twitter. You know
God
how
damn
Twitter
it,
be,
Mark.
bro. Yeah, it's my fault. I'm gonna go.
Apologize.
Bob, I'm so sorry. So sorry, man.
no, wait. Now, question. I just thought about this too. What if this will be so fucking stupid if they do this? But
Hit me with it. What's up?
could we get like a Brett Stone Cold situation with Cena and Cody?
Dude, that's what you know what? I didn't want to say it, but that's why I picked Cody.
No.
Dude, you heard me earlier. I said, please don't let them do this stupid thing. I just didn't want to say it.
Bro, like
That'd be so
that could
dumb.
be impossible too. Oh well, wow, Mark, you get some love in the chat. But
appreciate it,
but but yo, like that could be a possibility too, where Cody mid-match goes a little overboard with Cena, and Cena comes up being the baby face.
Oh, you gotta know Cody's gonna get some boos in that crowd, right? You know that, like
He will.
yeah, people are gonna want to see Cena win. But that's what I'm saying. Maybe that is the. Please don't do that. But I'm telling you, I don't.
I don't think they're gonna do that. They're not.
Maybe not.
Stupid.
But when it would hit that much harder if Cena had to overcome all of that. That's how you get him back to a baby face. And then he has to claw his way back to number 17.
But that is true. But you just turned your biggest babyface since Cena heel.
You still got Jey Uso.
Once again, you just turned your biggest babyface.
Yeah, okay.
Heel.
Yeah, okay.
Yeet. He might be yeet.
Bro, look, you know what was so funny? Jay Uso on Instagram posted the the still image of Gunther and him at WrestleMania, and then he put Sunday in the audience like, nigga, you don't know when your match is?
Sunday. Sunday. Unless
Again,
unless that was him
look,
teasing
No.
that he was gonna be the guy. You feel me?
Nah, bro. Nah,
Sure.
but listen, look, we all love Jey Uso, but I've said this before, bro. He's the drunk uncle, bro.
But I'm saying, y'all clowning that man. Maybe he knew, bro. That was him saying, telling y'all, I'm the third man, Oos. You know.
That would be. But why would Jay want to sell his soul to The Rock? He just won the championship.
That makes sense.
Easy. It makes perfect sense, right?
No,
you know
makes
who
sense.
else would make sense? And people are gonna hate this answer, but it would make all the sense in the world. Jimmy Uso selling his soul to The Rock would make
I
perfect
can see
sense.
Jimmy. I can see Jimmy.
You don't want that.
I can see.
I ain't say you will want it, but I'm saying it do make sense.
That'd be funny. I got something for you, Rock.
Jimmy
Got my
ain't-
soul. Nah, I'm good.
No, I don't want that.
You sure, bro?
that soul.
It open for you, wide open. Take it. Please take my
I
soul,
heard you
Rock.
looking for souls. Got one
Please
for
take
you.
my soul, Oos. Please.
Take my soul. Take my soul. You can have it.
Well, then notice
want you to have
how
my
Jimmy
soul.
is not on the
Save it
show.
to you.
He ain't on the show. He's not. He just, I mean, he got
Born a
murdered.
King Jimmy.
King Jimmy. I was born a king. They talking
It's
family
a sign.
first. I put that in the past. You know what I'm saying?
Everything.
This my land. This my turf. This my earth. I stand on my own 2 feet against my family tree. This is my legacy.
Jimmy Uso's theme. Jimmy Uso's theme is a thing. That's a good thing, bro. I can hold you up, bro.
It's a good thing. I was born a king. I'm from Davenport.
I'm from that, bro. Ever since you said that, I can't get that out of my head.
That's all.
I'm from Davenport.
It just, I don't know why it fits so well.
It's so funny because there's like a pause after he says I was born a king. So it's like I just gotta put something in between that. I was born somewhere. Born in Davenport. I'm born somewhere. Sometimes I mix it up and I be like putting the AJ style stuff in there. Like I was born a king. You red niggas South. Kings of the South.
I was born a king. I'm from the South.
From the South.
Oh my god! What's up, Quest? So stupid, bro.
Dude, I'm just saying that is always it's a weird pause in there, man.
But yeah, what's going on, Quest? Hopefully you're having a good night.
It's an exhausting night.
I bet.
You can hear
but
it.
Quest just
Negotiations are sorry to cut you off, but I'm just putting this out there now. Negotiations are still in effect for my client to have a WrestleMania opponent. And if it's Nick Aldis's own good, my client best be on that card. Or as you can see by the name, allegedly, it will be an RKO Fiesta night 1 and night 2, allegedly.
Oh, boys, just catching the RKO beats, huh?
I ain't gonna lie, that would be funny as hell. Like radio just out of nowhere, just RKO's people in their matches.
I mean, that would be sick, bro. That would be sick, actually.
You never know when he's coming out.
You never know.
Bro, like it'll be RKO Fiesta, man. Ain't nobody safe.
Oh, he just come out RKO El Grande Americano.
Shit, Mysterio ain't safe either, nigga.
Give Mysterio RKO. Anybody give EO Sky RKO. Just anybody.
And we dare Cena to say something.
Oh yeah, he got that RKO on standby.
Cody just accept. Just stay out the way.
All right, so Quez, just really quickly, we'll just speedball this. For you, who you
No,
think is
no,
going
no,
to win?
don't speedball it. That's a terrible drug cocktail.
Yeah, I don't like that name anyways. Let's not
I know what you mean.
speedball
I know what you
anything.
mean, though. I'm just
Yeah,
being
okay.
extra.
All
But
right, so, all right, so, and literally, this is pretty much how the card is gonna go. So again, just say who you think is gonna win. Gunther, Jey Uso.
Gunther in an upset.
Okay.
And when
Uh,
I say upset, I mean upset. Like the odds are likely in favor of Jay, but I don't think his energy. I think his momentum and drive low key stalled over the past month.
this is very true.
Like his momentum stalled, and that's not necessarily on him. It's because of the booking, the placement, and how they've been placing this feud going for like the past month and a half. And it's like over the course of the past several weeks, up until last week, where it tried to get picked back up again through his brother and his involvement. It was just so stagnant. And I think a lot of damage has been done to get more favor in towards Gunther, because we're seeing the Gunther that we haven't seen in almost a year since he held that championship. And this is where fans just been gravitating to Gunther the most. And I think that can outweigh, to a small extent, Jay's push with the Rumble win and the momentum he has.
Okay. All right. Okay, this ought to be funny. The War Raiders versus the New Day for the tag team championships.
See, I was thinking about that one too. It could literally go either way, but I'm picking the New Day. You can't have them turn heel and they just been on no energy, no momentum since they've done it. Man, and it's all the stuff it's going to sound like a repeated record when we go through this card. A lot of momentum has been stalled out or lost. And it gets through decisions in creative and with booking. And with the New Day, they've been stalled out since they heel turn. And they just been botching it. Like they haven't taken full advantage of what all they can do. Which, personally, it will come to a head if they don't win the titles this weekend, which would result in I'm picking New Day.
Okay.
You have to let them run with it at this point.
Agreed. All right, then you got Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano.
Mysterio.
Okay. Jade Cargill versus Naomi.
Ooh, this question's a two-parter. Who I pick Jade to win, but I want Naomi to win. Honestly, I feel like, because you can argue either side of it, Jade needs the win to continue her ascension as Loki still like a newer act to help push her character to where the promotion sees where she can go, and eventually lead it back up to inevitably her facing Bianca Belair somewhere down the line. But honestly, I argue Naomi needs this win more, because when was the last time you seen Naomi be incredible? Especially ever since she's turned heel, it's a whole new energy behind her character. And I feel like the company needs to explore and take advantage of that a little bit more than what they could do with Jay. You can fix Jay to build her back up. Like, you can help repair that more than you can repair Naomi's heel run, especially when she just started and she got this huge energy behind her off of this story. So I say Naomi should win, but I predict Jade wins. So my prediction is Jade.
Okay. Then we have for the United States Championship, you have LA Knight defending his championship against Jacob Fatu.
Jacob. Oh wait, no. I was going to think about it up till this afternoon. LA Knight, nah,
Yeah.
he gonna win though. He gonna win off of a botched interference from Solo.
That's my tag team partner, goddammit.
Tag team partners once again.
My tag team partner. Yeah, yeah.
Hit the rewind on Jacob though.
Bro, you could tell, bro, the tag team instinct was kicking in. He had to rewind. He said, wait a minute. Hold on.
That don't sound right.
That's not right. That's not what Mark would say.
No. Ideally, we all would want Jacob Fatu to win, but that still would not close the story on this bloodline bullshit. So honestly, I feel like LA Knight wins because of a botched Solo interference trying to help Jacob, but Jacob don't want the help, and then it ends up going bad in his favor. And that's going to turn all the attention on Jacob towards Solo.
Oh yeah, man.
Wait. I don't know if y'all ever see
Oh.
Jacob Fatu's promos outside WWE. Look, there's one promo he cut, bro. Where he's like, I'm tired. I'm stressed out. I feel like they poured a whole goddamn cup of coffee on me. Jacob is fucking funny, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, my boy
Yeah,
Orton
just the way
killed him
he
last
says it,
week.
bro.
You and Mr.
Yeah, you and Mr. Yeah.
Okay. Then we have for the SmackDown Women's Championship, we have Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte.
Hey, James. What time is it?
It's Tiffy time, bro.
Tiffy gonna win, bro.
All right. Okay.
It will be a foolish mistake for Charlotte to get the dub and get the championship here because there's literally no mystique, no weight, no credibility, nowhere you can really logistically go if Charlotte wins and becomes champ. There's literally nothing really on the board for real for her to do as champ, as well as not enough draw from the crowd. Like Charlotte ain't it no more. She not even a draw, honestly, at this point anymore. She just literally skating off of her name and her social media. Like she's not a draw no more. Let Tiff cook. Let her run with it. And organically, like, if you want Charlotte around, you got to start her from the bottom and then build her credibility back up. And you can do it as a heel if you so choose, which, what do you mean? Who am I kidding? What do you mean if you so choose? You ain't got no darn choice. Nobody likes Charlotte. She's going to be a heel whether you like it or not. Build her credibility back up with a great story, great ring work, and then get her back to that position where people would want to see Charlotte in the main event. Because right now, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Okay. All right.
Facts.
So, yeah, it's Tiffy time.
This is facts.
I mean, I still pick Charlotte though, but yeah, it's facts.
And then
What up to the shout to chat, by the way, too.
Yeah, shout out to the chat always. And the main event of night one is the triple threat match. Roman Reigns versus CM Punk with Paul Heyman by his side and versus Seth Rollins.
Again, this is going to be similar to the women's match. I'll just say straight up, the one person that's not going to win is Roman. But I'll say this. My prediction is CM Punk winning. However, personally, I want Seth to win. And if I can elaborate, Seth's really been cooking in this feud, orchestrated as the, no pun intended, the architect. Like, really been putting this work together, driving the focal point between both sides, between issues with Punk and issues with Reigns. On top of the fact of the matter of he is the wild card of the feud. Like Seth is the wild card. And when you focus on the inclusion with Paul Heyman, you're thinking about, is Paul going to be on Roman's side or is he going to be on Punk's side? Now, enough conversations taking place where it's like he can remain neutral as to Seth's request. And then he can organically just not so much take Seth's side or be the manager, but more so just like, hey, I'm going to take your advice and I'll just go ahead and do that and I'll roll with you. And then Seth gets that huge win against Punk and Roman with not Punk, but Seth pinning Punk. Roman's not going to get pinned. Seth would get pinned. Seth would pin Punk in my ideal situation. And then that would take Punk with that momentum up to a future title match to either run it back against Cody or go against Cena, which will be huge on Seth's end to continue his strong strength of the character to keep him in the main event and further not have him go draw back into a mid-card spot. You can rewind it back with Punk and Roman down the line and then have them back up there. But I feel like more so right now you have to strike with the iron hot with Seth. But do I think WWE going to do that? No. They're going to run it with Punk, and then he's going to run it back with Cena later on down the line, which I'm not mad at. But I feel like that's where the company goes. So my prediction is Punk. But I would prefer if Seth wins.
Okay. All right. All right. Then the next match for the Women's Tag Team Championships, we got Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria.
I really don't care. I don't even have a pick for this match.
Damn. All right. Okay. And the next match we got.
I've not followed this story. Like, I'm barely even watching the show. I just pick up a little bit from what y'all talk about in Discord, what y'all discuss on stuff like that, and what I watch on YouTube. I have not been following their stuff at all because I don't care. And personally, Liv does not. Honestly, Liv needs to be fighting for the title. Liv should not be slumming in the tag team division. To keep it a beat.
We all agree on that one. Yes. All right. Okay. And all right. So then we have AJ Styles versus Logan Paul.
I pick Styles.
Okay. All right.
It'll be an interesting match considering their styles. No pun intended. Damn. But with their ring work, it'll be very interesting how they work this match.
You think it could be match of the night?
Match of the night? Ooh. It will be in the running.
Okay.
Which you have another couple of examples where you're going to talk about later on, but it's in the running.
All right. Then we have a fatal four-way match for the Intercontinental Championship. We got Braun Breaker versus Penta versus Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio.
Too early for Penta. Penta's energy is white hot with his ring work and the crowd, but it's still too early. Finn Balor, he's just there. Braun Breaker's still killing it, but honestly, it's Dominic's time.
Yes, sir.
It's Dom's time. It's his time now. Dominic's going to win.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. And after that, we got the Sin City Street Fight with Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre.
Ooh. I got Drew. Drew's going to win. He's got to get the one up on a feud at Mania's, bro. He's got to get the one up. I feel like he's going to do that here because I see Drew somewhere being involved in the main event down the line later this year, and this win is going to help propel him to that. So I predict Drew winning. Plus, seeing his promo on the Raw after Mania after this, it's going to be entertaining.
Okay. All right, and then after that, we got the triple threat match for the women's world title. Io Sky versus Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley.
Now, ooh, this is tough. I'm tempted to pick the underdog and go with Io.
I thought for sure I thought it was gonna be no question you was gonna go with Bianca.
No, that's my rooting interest. Don't get it twisted.
Okay.
I'm trying to be subjective.
Oh, okay. All right.
Now, rooting interest, Bianca all day for sure. But if I'm speaking schematically, do I go with the underdog in Io to knock out two top girls in the division between Rhea and Bianca, or will it be too much to bear, and then one of the other two will get the advantage and win it? I'm rooting for Bianca for sure, but honestly, I feel like they're gonna give the nod to Io. Io's gonna get the nod, and she's gonna get the win because neither. And granted, I'm aware Bianca still has a WrestleMania streak as well too, which also could lean in towards Bianca winning. But that would lean in more, build into them, Rhea and Bianca running it for Mania next year. Because story-wise, contending-wise, I feel like they can use that and build up their tension going forward and do like a slow burn up to their eventual Mania clash next year, just by fighting in the triple threat this year. And then neither of them winning, Io wins it. So my pick is Io winning. Now, rooting for Bianca, I would love to be wrong, but I believe Io's winning.
All right, and then the end the show off. We got the main event. Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. That is crazy work. That is crazy work. Okay, all right, bro. All right. It's time to quiz in that case. Well, there you have it, folks. There was Quez's thoughts on the WrestleMania. Oh, the tag team champs just dipped like that. That is crazy. But yeah, that's WrestleMania, folks. All in all, it should. Even though we can have our. Oh wait, no, wait. There he is.
My
You
bad.
good?
I got logged off.
Oh, okay. But yeah, but to end, who's gonna? Goddamn, who's gonna win the main event? Cody or Cena?
So much potential for this feud to build up. So much potential.
I'm sure we can all agree with that one.
Cena has to win to continue both of their story. Cena has to win.
Mm-hmm.
Just to continue the story with the world title and have Cody get back on that chase to not only save the company but regain the championship belt from Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Because you kind of have to, and then get more heat back into this feud. Because unless if Cena pulls up on SmackDown later this week, which granted it'll be taped, but unless if Cena pulls up on SmackDown on Friday, you're not gonna see him till Mania. And yeah, they need something to hype up back this feud, especially if you're gonna have them feud long term. And help continue Cena's further progression as a heel. And with him being a heel champion, you will certainly be able to get and do that. And granted, given that if he's champion with his schedule, he could continue to play that heel role and get that negative reaction from the crowd because Cena's not here. He can't defend because he's off shooting movies and films and other legal and other projects that he's doing.
Right.
But Yeah, so you can definitely play it off of that. That's how another component I can see Cena winning. If you get Cody to dub over Cena, that'll be a big look. But the problem is Cody beating Cena, that would really continue to soil this retirement tour. Because like, what's the point of him winning the chamber if he doesn't win? And then nobody's gonna take his role serious as a heel going forward because it's just like, oh, he's still doing the same stuff, putting people over. He's got to win this one, and I feel like they will put the belt on him. I'm not gonna predict any shenanigans because you never know.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like if Dwayne makes an appearance or Travis Scott or whoever the case may be that go against Cody. Shoot, it could be Seth. It could be Coach popping back up. You never know.
You never know. You absolutely never know. But I do know this. I do know that it should be a fun show, despite the fact the road leading up to it has been very rocky and bumpy, and there's been a couple flat tires, and there's it's been a very bad trip, but we are here. We've made it to the road, made it to WrestleMania, and hopefully the destination is worth it. But if Arlo has any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Hashtag Orton for Mania. Get that trending.
How would you feel if Orton wrestles Nick Aldis?
Not right now.
Oh, okay.
Not right now. They need to build that a little bit more now. Inevitably, I do see them clashing down the line, but likely not until SummerSlam.
Or could you see Orton getting involved some way with the main event, kind of like being Cody's corner or whatsoever?
Nah, I don't see that. Because again, I don't see Orton getting involved in a Cody match unless Cody wins.
Okay.
It wouldn't make sense for Orton to play a role and be in Cody's corner and then Cody still loses.
That's true. That's true.
And then on top of the fact of the matter, again, let us not be remiss, Orton still wants the top shot. He's been looking out and getting the title. Because remember a few weeks ago, he gave Cody that look, and then he looked at the championship.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if you know this, Quez, but Backlash will be in St. Louis. Orton is on the poster.
Yeah, I seen that.
So Orton should have, in my opinion, Orton should have some involvement with the champion next month. It's only right.
But how would they spin that?
That's the tricky part. That is the tricky part.
And on top of the matter of fact of if you have a world title on the line at Backlash, is it going to be the World Heavyweight Championship or whatever name they call the world title these days, or would it be the WWE Championship?
It has to be the WWE Championship because it has to be WWE Championship. But if you're gonna do it, if we're gonna do it, I think Cena and Randy one last time at Randy's hometown is the way to go.
Or what you can do is if you have Orton get involved, Orton costs Cena, and then Cody wins, which again, I don't recommend them doing, but it could be in a matter of fact of Orton helps Cody, and then Cody owe him one.
Oh, the shot. You can do that too.
You owe him the shot. And then, of course, the next shot will be in the Lou at Backlash. And then they'll have their match. And Orton would do his thing where he wouldn't he would tease Cody or Cody look over his shoulder because you never know. RKO come out of nowhere. He'd be looking over his shoulder for the next several weeks. And they is Orton here? Is he gonna attack now? Is he gonna attack now? Is he gonna attack now? And then Orton just gonna mess with him for all that time until inevitably he gets him. And then they build that little feud of history with Legacy, feud with all of that, with their history going into Backlash. So that is a possibility. But again, I don't know if that will be more than enough to outweigh Cena winning to continue this run. Because at this point, if Cena loses at Mania, just turn him back face.
Yeah,
especially if you're not going to build it back. Especially if you're not going to build him up continuous with The Rock, whatever's going on with that, with The Rock Allegiance Club or whatever. Turn Cena back face. Be like, my bad, man. You the man. You the face. You all good. See y'all at Money in the Bank.
He did all that just to tell Cody, hey, my bad.
and then R-Truth gonna come out and be like, see, it's his bad, y'all.
But are you looking forward to see Cody Crossroads Travis Scott? Because he's supposed to be there. He's scheduled to be there.
No, because I don't really care about Travis Scott. I don't care. I don't care for him as an artist. I really don't care for him in the WWE. I don't care. There's no disrespect to him. I just don't care.
Touche. Understandable.
Not to mention his goof ass injured Cody on your first segment.
Smacked him right on his ear.
Man, if I was The Rock or Triple H, I would have avoided that contract on the spot. Be like, nah, man,
if you're gonna hit somebody in the ring, you better know what you're doing. I'm
about to say Cody didn't even take no in-ring. Cody didn't even take no in-ring action or even no bump for a month.
Ad shows it's always a fun time. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up there. This has been another fun show for the PrimeTime podcast. Please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll talk to y'all later. Everyone have a great, and also have a happy Easter as well for those who celebrate Easter. Because it does fall on Easter Sunday. So have a happy Easter, and enjoy the weekend, whether it's watching WrestleMania or watching the playoffs. Have a great, safe weekend. Hit the like, subscribe button, and we are out. Peace.
Peace out.